Taylor Watch.
Welcome back to another episode of Taylor Watch. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
A very happy Tuesday, in fact, because we got to spend the whole weekend dancing along and singing to Opalite.
Yes.
The music video is out. It has dropped. The response is overwhelming. Everyone's happy. Everyone's excited. And there's nothing I love more. Well, except for Gia, who's literally asleep, yawning into the microphone.
I'm so
Gia's
tired
unimpressed
today for some reason.
I
don't know
late?
why.
Why are you so tired?
I don't know. I guess I was
weed?
kind of up late, but I don't know. I'm just exhausted. I don't know. But yeah, it was a great music video. Very excited, and not what I expected at all, which is in typical Taylor fashion.
Of course.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I even teared up a little bit.
I cried multiple times. I thought it was one of those videos where you watch it and there's so much detail within it that the first time you watch it, you pick up on the overall theme, and then you go back and watch it and again, and it hits harder seeing all the little stuff in between, noticing the details of the glitter on the rock, and it stays there even after they've broken up, because Taylor's these people take her glitter.
Yeah.
And, there's so many extra meanings to every single frame that, of course, everyone online is breaking it all down. I think it's really exciting. But chain of events wise, the video dropped at 8 a.m. on Friday.
Yep.
I set an alarm for 7:50 and fell back asleep until 11 o'clock.
That's exactly, literally, that's exactly
I don't know
what
happened. That was a day where I was tired. I don't know what the hell happened
I
to me.
watched it and then immediately went back to sleep. It was too early in the morning for me.
Too early in the morning for sure. I'm a night owl kind of girl. I would have preferred a midnight or even a 3 a.m. release.
Yeah.
8 a.m. is tough, but it was the conversations around the video were at first about the fact that it was only available on Spotify and Apple Music at first.
Yes.
And I don't think that we got a chance to talk about
I don't think we did, because I remember we talked about it and we were like, oh, I'm surprised that it's going on Spotify, not YouTube right away.
So it turns out YouTube will no longer count YouTube views no longer count towards Billboard chart numbers. And that's a new thing.
Yeah, because now Billboard is counting Spotify streams for music videos more than it was counting for YouTube. So YouTube was like, all right, we're just going to pull out.
Then we're just not going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So any view or watch or whatever that Opalite would have received on YouTube wouldn't have counted towards the overall charts for Opalite.
Yep.
So Taylor released it exclusively Friday 8 a.m. on Spotify and Apple Music, and by Sunday at 8 a.m. it was on YouTube.
Yep.
And so people were having conversations around it being like, oh, a money grab, oh, whatever. No. Why would you everyone on earth is going directly to YouTube to watch that video. Everyone watches videos on YouTube. No offense to Spotify and Apple. Nobody's watching, unless it's exclusive to them. I don't think the people watching videos on those platforms are as high as, no, not even come close, I would think.
My first thought would always be to go to YouTube for a music video.
Completely. Yeah. The only time I ever watch videos inside of those apps is if there's a podcast in there that's exclusive to those. Call Her Daddy was Spotify exclusive for a long time, and I would watch that within the app.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no, you're not watching. That's just not how.
No, because usually when I'm listening to Spotify, I'm having it in my headphones. I'm walking somewhere. I'm biking. I'm doing something.
I'm not watching videos on Spotify normally. So I understand the reason for the first day bump or whatever, and but I think
she wants to get a number one.
You want to get number one, of course.
You want to be the best at your craft.
We always want to get number one. Everybody knows that. But yeah, so that clears up the confusion with YouTube. Very interesting move by YouTube to do that, I think.
Yeah, I feel like YouTube low-key is just so petty sometimes with that stuff.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Yeah, they really are. I don't know. I do feel like, if you're the hub of music videos and you kind of get slighted like that, I'd be kind of pissed too. I'd be like, well, fuck you. Then you're not getting anything from us.
You're right then. So if YouTube is, we're assuming, doing that in response to Billboard being we're not counting them as much, why is Billboard not counting YouTube as views towards the charts? That also doesn't make any sense.
Maybe Spotify's paying them more.
That probably is it.
Maybe they have some sort of
an exclusive
partnership
deal.
Yeah.
Huh. Because I guess I don't know. I never have even thought about YouTube counting as views, if I'm being honest, or counting as charts.
Streams. Yeah, no,
Streams,
me neither.
Yeah. I have, but I thought it was in a different bucket. You know?
Yeah.
So anyway, regardless, the video itself a few things. It sounds like the rumors that were swirling, a few of those things were true, and a few of the things were false.
Yep.
Our predictions were mostly incorrect, but I think that we got the vibe down.
Pretty incorrect.
By most, I mean completely.
Yeah.
But I would say ultimately the vibe is still right. Travis himself was not in the video, but there was someone posing as a Travis character.
Yeah. There was an air of Travis throughout.
An air of Travis throughout, which I think, and a lot of different like nods and whatever that I think you could really assign to him. But here is the thing. I am 10 times happier with how it was.
Totally.
We open up and it's the entire cast couch of people that she did Graham Norton with.
So that was two things that were right was the Wick Gift Center and Domhnall Gleeson being in it.
Yes.
That's kind of what the rumors were swirling around, that Domhnall Gleeson was like playing the lead.
Yeah.
And then everyone was kind of speculating, like, oh, I wonder if it'll be like the whole I would say Robert Graham Norton
Who's
couch. Robert Graham is a designer, a menswear designer.
Oh, I don't even know that name.
They make like funky print. My dad loves them.
Oh wow, I've never heard that name in my life.
But yeah, so at least we got at least there were some things that were right, but it was a complete surprise in terms of like, you know, Killian being in it and Jodie Turner-Smith.
Yeah, so all the people in it, to refresh the Graham Norton show. Graham himself is in it.
Yep.
As the like salesperson for the non-Opalite.
The Nopalite.
Yeah, which is so funny. We've got Jodie Turner-Smith, who played like an aerobics instructor.
Yep.
Cillian Murphy, not only is he the spokesperson for Opalite, giving the thumbs up in the, you know, he has like the picture.
Yeah.
He also did the voiceover for the opening.
I know, which I didn't pick up on.
Well, he has no accent. He completely has a different voice.
He sounds so different.
I meant to go back and look and see if it's the same voice he uses for like Scarecrow in Spider-Man or Batman.
Yeah.
Sorry, because I think it is.
I saw a clip, and I'm not sure what movie it was from, but it was a clip of him talking in an American accent, and it sounded like him in the music video. So I was like, okay, now I am comprehending. But when I saw that it was Killian doing the voiceover, I was like, there was no way that's Killian.
I thought that was just like a generic voiceover.
Yeah,
I didn't think anything of it. Like, I was like, oh, until the end. And can I bring something up that I'm not sure if this is just on
I think I know what you're going to bring up.
The haters?
Yeah.
What is, okay.
The cinephiles are silent after the Opalite music video.
Right. Okay. So when Taylor first went on Graham Norton, people were like, oh, Cillian Murphy hates her.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be there.
They're like
he's
screenshotting
miserable.
him, like giving her like a dirty look.
Which, by the way, real ball knowers know.
No,
that Cillian Murphy, that's his face.
Yeah.
Like, that's his face, that's his vibe. And in fact, he was having a lovely time. Like, and as an Irish woman, I can speak for my people. That was excitement.
Yeah, I feel like Cillian Murphy, like, is not exactly like Mr. Enthusiasm.
No, he's very, if you've ever seen him do an interview, he's very soft spoken, he's very reserved.
Yeah.
His range of emotions
really,
are not
do that much press and stuff like that.
He saves it for the big screen.
Right.
And that's why he's so exciting and why he's such an amazing actor. Like, if you see Cillian Murphy going buck wild, like, that's out of character for him. You know? So it's weird because on Twitter there is like a subsect of Cillian Murphy fans who are like, she hates Taylor Swift. And even now with the video coming out, they're like, haha, hates her so much he wouldn't even show up. Like, all they could use is a photo of him. He was like, here, use this pic. I don't want to do this. He literally did the voiceover for the whole thing. So
maybe
it's like,
he's booked and busy. Like,
maybe he's
sorry.
He literally just won an Oscar last year. He was in the biggest movie or the biggest film of 2024. Like, are you out of your fucking mind? He's busy.
It's unbelievable. People
really
think
strange.
like him looking at Taylor while she's like telling a story is him like not liking her. It's just like, no, it's just his face.
It's his face.
He wouldn't have agreed. I feel like Cillian Murphy does not agree to do anything like silly like that, whatever. Like, he would not have agreed to do it if he did not at least enjoy Taylor's presence on the show.
Exactly. Also, Cillian Murphy, again, he does have silly sides. He's got kids. He's got he has a different life.
Yeah.
He's not just Robert Oppenheimer or whatever his first name is. I can't think of what Oppenheimer's first name is, but I guess because he's always been in very serious roles and because he was in Peaky Blinders as like this tough, rough and tumble, like hard ass guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a shy guy in real life, And that's basically what anyone has ever said about him. Like, if you see people talking about him or you just see him being himself, you'd be able to know. So I'm ready to call out all these Cillian Murphy fans.
Seriously.
And and call them fakes because they don't really know him.
I saw some girls on Twitter going after this one stan who was very vocal about how Killian hates Taylor.
I think I've seen. I saw this. The girl, right? The girl who.
Her like profile picture is Cillian Murphy.
Yes. Yeah. I know exactly what this is.
I was like, get him, girls!
And everyone was like, is this you? Is this you? And it was the screenshots.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really funny.
God, it's just, it's always an uphill battle, y'all. Every single day we're in the trenches fighting for our girl.
Seriously.
And all these misunderstandings that people create out of nothing. But yes, so we've got Cillian Murphy opening up. We've got Eras Tour dancers aplenty.
Yes, everybody.
Jan was in there. I think
Sam, Jan.
Cam was in it.
Natalie.
The girl. Who's the girl in the opener? The Asian
Taylor?
girl. I don't know her.
Oh, I forget her name.
She's like the opener in the beginning where she is like at her desk and it starts off, it's like an infomercial.
Yeah.
And that's what Cillian Murphy is voicing over. But it's essentially showing like Opalite is the like substance that they've like turned it into a substance. And so if you spray something with Opalite, it like puts you where you need to be or puts you in like the, scenario that's best for you, which is essentially what happens in the, in the video where we open up and it's Taylor and she's got, an empty box on the ground that's like your best friend and it's a rock.
Yeah.
And which also ties into like, my boy only breaks his favorite toys. He took me out of my box. Like there's a lot of symbolism.
He was my best friend.
Yep.
That was the worst part.
A lot of TTPD references in this video. People are saying, and also we noticed on our own. But I would say the rock part for Taylor, where she's got, and again, like, is this fucking play about me? Her in the apartment or house, wherever she is, just like, playing games and doing whatever.
Yeah, I saw an interesting analysis of her doing like the cootie catcher with the rock. Basically it's like her trying to like plan a future with the rock and like the rock's like not giving her like any answers because you know how like with the cootie catcher you're like, oh, you'll buy a house.
1, 2, 3, 4. You'll have 4 kids.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like MASH.
And then like on the side you can see on the ground there's like a bunch of different cootie catchers that she made to kind of sway towards him or like
it's like, okay, what about this one?
Will this entertain you? Yeah.
Yes.
Will you agree to this? Like, will
also,
this get
cootie
anything?
Catcher. It's a fortune teller in my world.
Oh.
Cootie catcher.
Yeah, that's
I've never
what I
heard of
always
it said
called
that
it.
way. Fortune tellers.
Yeah.
But I do like that they've transcended time and space.
Yeah.
Because that's an important, those are moments you need when you're
very
in
90s,
middle school.
For sure.
Very 90s. Everything about it was 90s. Like her outfits, the vibe of well, people are confused actually. They're conflicted about the time frame. They're like, is it 90s? Is it 80s? Is it retro? First of all those things are retro now at this point. I would say based on when Taylor was born, it's 90s. And like how I grew up, it was exactly that.
I got very 90s vibes from it.
I think that it's, people confuse sometimes like 80s and 90s because if you grew up in the 90s, you kind of grew up with like 80s stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like your parents were 80s. So they like raise you kind of in that same way. So it bleeds in. And I would say like to the 2000s are more 90s than like the 90s, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because of the style, whatever. So I think that the tone of like the rock, it just sits there and it does nothing. And it's giving her nothing. And she's trying to bring it out with her, trying to bring it on, to the park and to the bar and to the
at the park where we used to sit on children's swings.
Wearing imaginary rings. Oh my God. It's going to be all right.
I was like, damn, that's really spot on reference.
Pretty literal.
And the other reference that I saw that I liked that was like when she was doing the aerobics with the rock. It's like her like training for the Eras Tour and like the rock like doesn't care, like doesn't give a crap that she's like putting her body on the line and all this stuff.
Not doing anything. She's at one point she's using the rock to help the workout. Just trying to get him incorporated.
And I also saw that when she's doing karaoke with the rock. It's like
this was great.
Her trying to say that she basically like gave Joe credit that he like doesn't deserve for songwriting because she's like she's doing the singing, but she like gives him the mic to kind of say the words.
Yep. So it's right. The implication is like I did it all, but I've tossed you a little credit.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally what you just said. But there was another little piece in that. At the bar when she brings the rock to the bar and they're like, and she's trying to like feed it drinks, and she's sitting there trying to have a good time, whatever. She
Yeah.
doesn't let people sit next to her. But I saw a comparison. It was like, at every table, I'd save you a seat, lover.
Yeah,
And it's like, of course,
I
that's
know.
what she's doing.
Well,
And
because like two girls go to like sit at the table, and she goes, "Oh, this seat's taken."
yeah, two dancers as well.
Yeah,
Natalie,
yeah.
red hair Natalie, and I don't know who else it was.
Was
but
it Taylor? Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
I couldn't see
But-
the other person, but I recognized red hair Natalie
Yeah.
right away.
But I thought that when I saw that and put together, I was like, oh damn.
Oh yeah. The also just like the outfit choices. Taylor putting on that dress, and people who watched original She's All That, not another teen movie, which makes fun of it, but She's All That with Rachel Lee Cook. The dress that she wears to like the show when she's like, quote unquote ugly, she's got glasses and a ponytail, and then they make her hot. It's literally like the dress that Taylor is wearing.
Yeah.
But a lot of conversation was had around that dress because the strings on it, and people are like, where are the strings coming from? She doesn't know what to do with the strings.
Yeah.
And people are saying it's because that she's like has all these invisible strings that she's created, and she's just looking for a place to fit them all in. Who knows if that's real? But I like that.
Yeah.
That because if you watch, she like struggles with. It's past awkward, like putting a dress on. It's like she is like, where does this go? And
Yeah.
where does this go? And it's like more strings than she needs. It's like a whole thing. So
Yeah.
and they're red strings.
I saw that
Yeah.
like red, like invisible string is based off like the red string theory.
Yeah.
And like what I saw is basically like she's trying to make
things
it work as much
Yeah.
as possible. Yeah.
Which makes total sense.
Yeah.
And that visually was amazing. But also, I keep losing my trains. Love the outfit. I was talking about the
red
bar.
dress.
But there was one more thing. Fuck.
I don't know.
I think generally the vibe was good, and like her being portrayed as like a lonely woman in that way,
Yeah.
I thought was really funny and really good. But yeah, she's getting dressed, she's got the shoes on. There are just so many nods to like everything felt so familiar.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because of the nostalgia that was like woven throughout.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. And I think the like the Jodie Turner-Smith part was interesting. I'm really just trying to jog my own memory.
No, you're
and
good.
I can't
there's
find it.
some Greta Lee at the bar.
Oh, yeah,
You see
Greta
Lee
Lee.
performing, and that was
She's like the indie artist.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that was the Opalite "Life Is a Song" cover.
Yep.
That was like the same setting.
Same scene. The,
So, that was
the like
candlelit.
candlestick. Yeah, the like
Yeah.
candlestick chandelier, I think is what was in the background, or like there's like a candlelit
Yeah.
candlestick situation.
Something of that nature.
Which was really cool. Yeah, so Greta Lee, who else have we forgotten? Oh, and then we turn
Louis Capaldi,
because before that we go into the flip side of it. We
Yeah.
see Taylor and her rock doing all these things. She's trying to make it happen and trying to make it exciting, and nothing's happening. Then it flips over to the you couldn't understand it why you felt alone part of the song, and it's Domhnall Gleeson playing like the male lead.
Yeah.
And he has a cactus.
Yeah.
And like genius.
Yeah.
Cactus as a choice for this was so genius because it's exactly how the song is portraying it. Like everything you do and everything it's all meaning well, but they just like they're prickly.
he keeps trying to make it work, but everything he does still hurts him.
Yes.
Like he, no matter which way he approaches it, he still ends up getting hurt.
Right. And I saw another like conversation around it that was like even bringing the cactus to a party, which shout out Austin Swift cameo in the background, but it's like you're at the party and the whole time you're just worrying about this person.
Yeah. Are they going to hurt someone?
Right. Are they hurting other people?
Yeah.
And are they hurting you? And so you like hover around and you are isolated from the rest of the people because all you're doing is focus on this one person and worrying about this one person. I just thought the symbolism there was insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole thing is the symbolism. Like every minute there's a new thing with a double meaning, and
I think
it's
that's
amazing.
why it made me emotional, because I feel like
Same.
if you look at it from like such a base level, like it's like kind of like this cheesy music video, whatever, but if you understand like what she's referencing and making kind of like metaphors for it, it's really like it's really sad.
It's really
in the
sad.
beginning.
It's like it's two lonely people who are putting their all into dead end relationships and just not recognizing that they aren't. It's not them.
Yeah.
You know. Something else interesting is that the Opalite spray. People were talking about how it was directed. So like Domhnall Gleeson sprayed it on his cactus because he knew that the cactus was a problem. And Taylor Swift sprayed it on herself because she thought she was the problem.
Yeah.
And I think that's also pretty telling.
Yeah.
And then they end up together, which I don't know if you've ever seen Black Mirror with Domhnall Gleeson and his wife.
Hang the DJ?
No, but that's a great episode.
Yeah.
No, Domhnall Gleeson is in an episode of Black Mirror where either he or I think it's him who's like the mail order husband, and you show up.
Yes.
And he's like in the tub, and same thing. Like,
yes.
I had a real flashback when
he is the
he's the like doll, right?
Yeah,
like
I'm pretty sure
the living husband or
yeah.
He is a husband to a woman and he dies. And then there's this service where she can like bring her
him
husband back.
Okay.
And he just is her husband as he was, but he's not really her husband. The message is don't mess with death. That's like the message of whatever. But Domhnall Gleeson shows up at the house and has to plump up with water or whatever.
Okay.
So when Taylor shows up in his house covered in like the Opalite, and he's like rinsing her off and whatever, it reminded me of him in reverse, like on the Black Mirror episode. Like he showed up at that house and Taylor showed up at his house. It's just kind of a funny, like if you watch both.
Yeah.
But
I thought that whole scene was really sweet of him like washing her off
like
in the
taking
tub.
care of her.
Yeah, I thought that was cute. And also I saw another like juxtaposition of her standing in the rain during the Fortnite music video, like reaching out for Post Malone, whereas like now it's Domhnall Gleeson like washing her off, helping her, like kind of, which was nice.
She's being helped. She doesn't have to like be asking for help.
Yeah,
which is really nice. I also think it's the symbolism is like wash it all off of you because you don't need it. Like you don't need to be changed. Yeah. It's like get that. I don't want that Opalite on you. I'm just happy that it like brought me here. But then of course hilarity ensues. We've got them doing quirky things together. They go to the mall, which is where the White Gift. Yeah, Whitgift Center.
Yeah.
So they're there and they're doing lots of things. They're taking photos in the mall. Louis Capaldi is the photographer, which shout out to fan of the pod, Louis Capaldi, who just liked an Instagram post of ours.
Yeah, he did like an Instagram, which is nice.
Which is so
shout
crazy.
Out. Yeah, so
fan
crazy.
Fan of the pod. Come on, Louis.
Another analogy that I saw for that was like they were both lonely, whatever, and now they're together, they're more fun and then themselves, so they're like attracting people that like want to be their friends, whereas like they didn't have any friends before because they were just like with that thing that was holding them back from being themselves.
Totally completely. And I would say I think I've experienced both sides of this where it's like I've had boyfriends who they've been a rock and nothing, and I've been in scenarios where I'm prickly, so it's like, oh no. But I think both sides are kind of, or I'm sorry, I've been prickly. I've also been with a prickly.
Okay.
So it's like a multi-sides. I've never been a rock though. I've never been boring. I'll say
never.
That. But it really is interesting to see how like two people who are both exciting and fun and happy and love life and love and whatever, and how they get together and how that looks, because that is something I've yet to discover. And that was why I was saying that, because it was so nice and it just looks so easy and it looks so lovely. And for someone or for them to like come together and just like, I don't know, match each other's freak. That's what everybody was saying. Like, this whole video is just like find somebody who matches your freak.
Yeah.
And I think that comes really clear. Even when she brings out, there's a point where she's with Domhnall Gleeson and she brings out the fortune teller, like the thing, and he's like, "Oh my God, that's my favorite game."
Yeah.
Like, just showing that like it's not you, it's just the people you're surrounding yourself with, and it's just really sweet. But
yeah, I thought that part was really cute too.
What else?
Like, I love this game. She had like
really
the cutest
nice
little smile.
I know.
And
Louis Capaldi.
Another part was at the mall.
Oh yeah.
And that's when Robert Graham Norton, still, he has the Nopalite.
Yeah.
And
which is like the anti-Opalite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see him spray somebody and he turns into a stapler.
Yeah. I think that was Sam. I think Sam was with, who's the other?
I don't know who he was with. And then
Wiley. And
then in come Taylor and Domhnall, and Taylor goes to get herself sprayed by the Nopalite.
She's like, "Oh, what's this?"
Because
she like reaches out to try.
Yeah, because I think it's like another thing, like, oh, he probably wants me to like go away, or he probably doesn't want to deal with me anymore, whatever. And then Domhnall like stops her from doing it, which I thought was really sweet too.
I loved that moment. Not only is it like sweet in, you see it and you're like, oh wow, he wants her just the way she
Yeah.
is. It also kind of to me said like, I'm going to stop you from self-destructing.
Yeah,
like, you don't need
totally,
to,
totally.
like you don't need to do this. Like
Yeah.
I like you the way that you are, etc.
And then we see Cactus World. And the
Cactus
cactus
World.
is flipping them off.
Cactus and Rock
With
have gotten
the Rock,
together.
yeah, and the Rock has a friendship bracelet that says
Fuck
"Fuck
you
you
forever."
forever."
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is hilarious.
hilarious.
Yeah.
In the beginning, Taylor had made the Rock a friendship bracelet that was like
Friends forever,
or love you forever, or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, and then of course the ending like title card is like, lonely girl, lonely woman and lonely man like lived well.
Yeah.
Cactus and Rock, got together and they're still miserable. And then it was like Stapler is
He's like going to therapy and working on his codependent issues or
hilarious.
something, which is really funny.
Love that. And I think that parallels can be drawn all over the place. Like I don't think that. I think there are specific instances where it's like, oh, that's about Joe, or that's about whatever. That's about this, that's about that. But I do think that most of them are pretty common themes in relationships generally. And I love how they were all exhausted in this.
Yeah. Yeah. She did such a good job of telling your story in such a different way than I thought it was going to. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think a lot of it is up to like your own interpretation of things and how you see the world and how like you understand relationships and stuff. But I do like all of the, analogies and metaphors that people have been pulling out, because every time I see one, I'm like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. Like the pitchfork thing.
Yes.
When like they're getting judged for dancing.
Yeah,
and
which is
it's all
that's right,
old
the dancing
people.
part.
Yeah, it's all old people and they give it zeros. And I saw someone be like, oh, pitchfork, like
yeah,
is an old she's making pitchfork look like an old hag. Which is hilarious.
It was like an old man that was clearly supposed to be like a pitchfork-esque whatever, and then there were two little old ladies and people were calling them Sarah and Hannah.
Yeah, clutching their pearls. Yeah,
Yep.
which was funny because they were wearing pearl necklaces.
Yes, they were.
Yeah,
which is great. And Cam, of course, gets in there at the last shot, being bitchy in the corner, unimpressed.
Yeah,
which loved. Thought that was really funny.
Yeah, me too.
I also loved having just seen People We Meet on Vacation, the movie. That whole scene of them dancing reminded me a lot.
Reminded me of that. Yeah, it really did.
Of that scene.
Yeah.
Which is such a cute movie, by the way. I forget if we talked about it.
So good.
I loved that movie.
Yeah.
Like loved.
But I do, like you said earlier, I really do think like the overarching message or theme of the music video was trying to be like, find someone that matches your freak, find someone that you can be yourself with, that brings out like all the fun parts of you that you had to hide or seem goofy or silly or whatever,
or felt
of that
like
nature.
You needed to hide.
Yes. Yeah. So I really like that message, because I do feel like, I mean, obviously, like, I don't know anything about them, but like I do feel like that has been the case with Travis and Taylor. Like, he lets her be bejeweled, and I feel like we've talked about that since the beginning. And it's just nice to see that, like, yeah, that is how she feels, and she can finally like be silly and be herself. And I think that's something that everyone should like strive for in their relationships, is like not being scared to, I don't know, I like embrace all of the sides of yourself that people sometimes would be like, oh, you're embarrassing or you're weird or whatever,
Embrace the cringe. Nobody wants to embrace the cringe anymore. What's the song that throw your head back laughing like a little kid?
Yeah.
He never did. What is that song?
Begin Again.
Yes, exactly. And yes, exactly that.
Yes, exactly.
I think it is such a great way to depict like, find someone who's your best friend, or like not only is it match your freak, but it's like find someone who you can be a little kid with again.
Yeah,
so I feel like even some of the stuff they were doing was kind of juvenile,
for sure,
in a way that was like healing.
Like your point,
even the cootie,
exactly. Like your point with the cootie catcher and him being like, "Oh, I love that game."
Yeah.
Like just the simplicity of that, is just very sweet and heartwarming, because something that you love to play or do, and that's poo-pooed by your boyfriend, like that sucks.
People think it's that's dumb. Yeah.
And in personal experience, something that I love to do is play video games, and I love to play Fortnite, and like I know it's childish, whatever. And my ex-boyfriend literally would shit on me all the time and be like, all you do is play video games, like blah blah blah. I'm like, well, you just suck, so you're mad.
Yeah, so
you
you're the
suck
worst
at video games, so whatever. And like now with TJ, like he like that's literally how we like started becoming best friends, is through Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Right,
so it's like the little things like that where it's like, oh, he embraces these silly things that I like, rather than like making me feel like I shouldn't be enjoying
or like
them,
embarrassed
or
by the
old,
stuff
or,
that too old or embarrassed by the stuff you like. You always gotta find. That's why I need a man who loves Taylor Swift. Can't no no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
Let me see other things. Overall vibe, good. We knew that.
Yeah.
Great vibes.
Really loved. Shot on film also.
Shot on film, directed by Taylor also.
Yeah.
And she worked with
Rodrigo Prieto
again, who she worked with on the Fate of Ophelia video.
Yep.
Which is great. Lots of Easter eggs in here. People think that they're not only are there eggs like referring back to TTPD, which is what I was really picking up on.
Yeah.
But one in particular that people are freaking out about are when. Oh, I remember now all the way back from when I was like, I forgot what I was going to say. When Taylor's with The Rock and she goes up to see a movie and they're like, please leave. And they're like, please leave. Like, you can't come in here with that fucking rock. Like, this is stupid. It's Kevin, one of the dancers.
Yeah.
And on the board behind him, where it would typically say like movie times, it says like, prepare for the encore.
Yeah. Patient for encore.
Patient for encore.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ooh.
And hello.
Yeah.
My nose is on.
Yeah.
Like, you can't write patient for encore and not have me clown for something, question mark, who knows?
Encore showgirl,
Yeah.
like at the, after the show is done, you stay and wait for the encore.
Right.
So that definitely, I was like, oh, when I saw that.
For sure. And then need I remind everybody what the calendar is looking like. Valentine's Day is on Saturday. And not that I ever thought, like I thought that we saw Valentine's Day, Happy Valentine's Day, You're My Valentine, whatever, all that bullshit was going to be, or was in direct reference to like actually romantic on Showgirl.
Yeah.
But she doesn't literally say Valentine's Day on there.
That's true.
So I'm curious. We never know. Who knows? Maybe we're clowning this week for something. But I don't know how you can't clown seeing something like that.
Yeah, Patient for the Encore definitely sparked an interest in me. But I'm more curious, like, here's the thing with this, is like, what am I clowning for? What is the encore?
I'm not clowning for any one thing in particular.
Right,
I don't know what the encore is.
Just keeping our eyes peeled for anything.
Keeping an eye out for Selena at all times.
Yeah.
Because God forbid we miss something. But I just, now though, I am expecting an encore. Like I wasn't before.
Right.
But now I am. So it's like, what do
Maybe
we do
like
there?
a 13th track.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's greedy for me to say, well, now I'm expecting an encore after seeing Patient for encore. Yes, I'm being patient, but I'm expecting it.
Right.
Like, is that a crazy thing to say?
I mean, you can't, that's pretty blatant to put onto something and then like, but it could mean anything, like it really could at the end of the day.
You
But
can't
we'll have to keep
dangle
ours.
the carrot and not expect me to bite.
Exactly.
You can't. You just really can't. But there were other things that people were talking about Easter egg wise, clowning for debut specifically.
Yes.
And I think that the tone of the music video and like the outfits and the hairstyles and everything,
that was
pretty on the nose.
Totally. That was like the first thing I thought when I was watching it. I was like, a lot of butterflies. That I noticed.
She had butterfly clips. She had green nails.
She had butterfly earrings.
Yep.
She had like those teal green nails, like you said. Yeah.
Yep.
And
I wouldn't even say they were teal. I thought they were like green.
Oh, really?
Like debut green. I have to look again.
But yeah, there's a lot of little tidbits and stuff that people were pointing out about debut. 2026 is the 20th anniversary of when the album was released.
Makes a lot of sense for it to be coming out at some point this year.
And she did say that debut is fully finished.
Yep.
So yeah, I saw a lot of people clowning for debut, and that again, like I said, that was like one of the first things I noticed. I was like, ooh, butterfly clips, like interesting, because I know that those are very 90s.
Totally, but I with her, I don't think you'd put in butterfly clips knowing that it's directly tied to something else. Yeah. You're also wearing green nail polish. And there was a moment, like, it's Taylor's face close up with her hair, short brown hair, butterfly clips in, green nails, butterfly earrings, and she's putting glitter on her face. Did you wait? Sorry, I'm jumbled. There's too many things at once. Putting it on her chest.
Yeah.
In my head, do you feel like that was a little bit of like a war thing? Like heading into like, I'm going to put this glitter on and we're going to make it like almost for herself and for, because she put glitter on herself.
Yeah.
But she's like looking down the barrel of the camera, putting glitter on herself. Like couldn't be more obvious, but then she puts glitter on the rock after.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering like, is that her wiping glitter off herself and putting it on someone? Because then we have to think back to the anti-hero video, which that's another conversation everyone's having. So many direct references to specifically anti-hero. The arrow in her chest that makes her bleed glitter.
Yeah.
Now she's wiping glitter and the opposite side. It's not the same side.
I kind of thought it was like she's putting glitter on herself to like make herself feel better,
right?
And then like putting it on the rock to be like,
you too.
Or, yeah, exactly. Like I'm gonna embrace this part of myself, so like you kind of have to too, if that makes any sense.
I agree.
Yeah.
I also kind of thought of it, and for a minute I thought it was on her face, but I was thinking it as like war paint a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the way she puts it on is so like, all right, we're leaving the house. Let's do this. You'll get your glitter, and then we go.
And maybe it's like when in the relationship, like the glitter's not inside her anymore, so she has to like put it on physically.
Wow,
because
that's
like
a good
it's got
way to look
taken
at it.
out of her, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I also think that later on, I know I mentioned it briefly at the beginning, but later on when they show the rock and the cactus, a Cactus World, the rock still has the glitter on.
Yeah.
And somebody was saying something like, oh, of course the rock still has glitter because Taylor like leaves her glitter on everyone she's with. Like they take her glitter and they keep it for themselves.
Yeah.
Like vibes of that. But I would say that moment where she's putting glitter on her chest and she's got all the green and the butterflies, etc. I think that's an appropriate clowning moment for debut. That just sounds like, and maybe we're crazy, but that's what the streets were saying as well.
No, for sure.
It wasn't just us.
And can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I would really love, because you just reminded me, I would really love for Taylor to wear a brown wig for maybe like a month.
Gorgeous hair.
She is so unbelievably gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
No matter what color hair she has.
Yes.
But so for some reason, the brown was really working for her during this music video. And with the Elizabeth Taylor lyric video, obviously she looked amazing in that too. And we've seen her with brown wigs before, Wildest Dreams and You Belong With Me. And it just, something about it, like maybe it's because it's such a difference between her blonde hair.
Yes.
But I really love her with brown hair. I don't know what it is. I don't want her to dye her hair brown.
No, not at all.
She's such an iconic blonde.
She is perfect blonde.
Yeah.
Like that. She's an
like,
iconic blonde. But I
maybe
would
just go out to a restaurant in a brown wig.
Incorporate a couple of wigs.
Yeah, like that'd be so fun.
That brown wig specifically seemed so natural. Like whenever Taylor is wearing wigs, like you can tell she's wearing a wig, and it's hard for Taylor to wear wigs because she's Taylor Swift. Like we know so much what her hair looks like. That wig specifically, when they're at the mall and she has it clipped up in a clip and she's got the bangs out or whatever, I was like, again, is this fucking play about me? Yeah. Like it looked so much like her.
Yeah.
And it was crazy.
For
it to be brown hair.
Yeah. It looked so good. The entire time I was literally just thinking like, one, she's so beautiful, and two, she literally can rock any hair color. It's crazy.
It's nuts. But we will be watching that video on repeat and uncovering new things about it, I'm sure, as time goes on. Yeah. Everybody was having a lot of fun with it over the weekend. And Graham Norton had this to say on working with Taylor, who directed, of course, like we said, directed the video. He says, it was like a movie shoot, a massive, massive deal. Everyone was lovely on set. It was a really, really fun experience. The whole thing came to her in a blinding flash when she was on the Graham Norton show Sofa. And the next thing you know, she's written this whole treatment. Taylor is a marvelous director. Her ability to not get stressed is extraordinary. And like, this is what I'm thinking of specifically. Like this hair looks so real.
It looks so real. It's crazy.
It's nuts. And
I guess
so
that
natural.
clip too, people were saying that clip.
The clip is
like something debut.
I'm pretty sure she sold that clip.
Oh, really?
Right?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought that was on the store, and it does look like debut to me. It's green.
But I really want that sweater, the cat sweater.
The cat sweater's so cute.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah, she's got the cat sweater and the fanny pack and it's all very like corny, cheesy, and like, here's me and my corny, cheesy boyfriend, but it doesn't matter because we're in love. Yeah. And I love that. And someone else said that they think it's sweet how Taylor seems to genuinely think of Travis as like this big doofus nerd, and in reality he's like the broiest bro, like best football player of all time, whatever, but like in her mind she sees him as that.
Yeah, that's
and I think
sweet.
that's really cute and kind. And
yeah,
I hope that's true.
Well, yeah, it just seems like they're very. But I was also like someone made like an edit of that final like dance sequence with her and Domhnall, and then like editing like moments with her and Travis, and it really like I don't know if it was intentional that way, but it really like did seem like she was taking some inspiration from how she can be goofy with Travis and stuff.
Definitely.
Like the scene the part where they're doing like this, and then it like cut to her and Travis at Wimbledon like dancing. So like it's very sweet, and like they bring out the goofy real side of each other, which is really nice.
Absolutely. What a time.
What a time.
Happy
to
for
be
her.
alive.
Gia, I forgot to talk about it at the beginning of the show, but I did in fact go see the new orchid show at the New York Botanical Gardens. It's New York City themed. It's done by Mr. Flower. Fantastic. It's so good. If you're a New York City person and you live around the city, I'd say it's well worth taking the trip. But as you guys know, whenever I go to these botanical gardens and I go to these flower shows, etc., I take a million photos, more photos than my camera roll can hold usually. And so I do like to offload them directly into my Aura frame.
Yes.
It sits on my little countertop. I have like a little, window separation between my kitchen and my living room. And I put it up there and I upload all of my flower photos on there. And it's like my favorite thing in the world. I love having it up there. It's just a perfect place to hold it. And the Aura frame is amazing.
It's perfect because Aura frame has unlimited storage.
Oh,
so you can add
that
as
I didn't
many
know.
photos and videos as you want.
Hell yeah.
Aura frames is probably one of the best gifts to give. You can gift the frame to anyone, and from there they can add photos and videos into their frame to play all the time. I recently gifted one to my grandma for Christmas.
Ooh,
and she
great
really
gifts.
loved it. Yeah,
Yep.
she was like emotional. It was very sweet.
It's an emotional gift. Like
Yeah.
I feel like we talk about it. We are literal owners of these Aura frames, and my family has had them forever. And it's become, it's become a part of the family. Like it's in the living room. My Nana, before she passed away, was obsessed with her Aura frame. Like it's become like a familial
like an heirloom
moment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's really quite beautiful, and the setup is super easy. It takes about 2 minutes to set up a frame using the Aura app, and it plays live photos and videos up to 30 seconds. So just upload videos up to 30 seconds long, and your favorite live iPhone photos will play right on the frame. The embedded speaker can play audio on demand. And you can also frame instantly from anywhere, share photos or videos from any device, and they will appear on the frame wherever it is in the world. No memory card required. It was named #1 by Wirecutter, and you can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com. For limited time, listeners can get $35 off their best-selling Carver Mat frame with code TAYLORWATCH. That's auraframes.com, promo code TAYLORWATCH. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Happy for her. Happy for them.
Yes.
We on Friday we'll jump over. We'll talk about the Super Bowl in a minute, but on Friday we also had Travis go on Not Gonna Lie with Kylie Kelsey. We almost kind of, we may or may not have been intercepted or saw him after the fact. We had boots on the ground. Shout out TJ, Gia's boyfriend, who was in San Francisco and ran into Travis on the street.
Sent the funniest video of him just like walking by, which is so funny. Shocking because he was just walking by himself, and it seemed like everybody was like, wait, what? Where is his security? But I guess when you're that big of a guy, you don't really need security.
Yeah, a lot of conversation around that. Travis is just walking down the street, and the reason we say it has to do with Not Gonna Lie is because he's wearing the same outfit. So it was either recorded that day or he was on his way there.
I would
or
assume
whatever.
He was coming back.
I think coming back, because did you say he was like near the hotel or something? Yeah. Which would make sense if, but yes, we had boots on the ground there. Everyone was wondering why, where's your security? What's going on? Whatever. I had multiple thoughts. One, it's like, who's coming after Travis? Yeah. He'll beat your ass. He'll put you down. Literally. Like, it's no big deal. Two, who's coming after Mr. Taylor Swift? The Swifties will literally kill you. Like, I don't know what you're thinking, but I do, it still makes me worry. People are crazy.
No, it makes me worried for sure. And like, God forbid somebody gets like physical with him, so like you don't never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but
who knows? Maybe it wasn't that far.
Maybe
of a walk.
I was gonna say maybe it was just like a 5-minute walk. So he's like, I'm just gonna bebop over.
Yeah, like hotel next door.
Yeah.
You never know. So, but he's a big boy. Yeah, he's a man.
Shout out
and
TJ for getting us that video.
Big shouts, because we were able to put it on our, since it was directly from the source, we were able to put it on
thank God.
On our accounts.
Yeah.
Just hilarious. But yeah, but he went on Not Gonna Lie with Kylie. They did not discuss Opalite at all, which I thought was interesting, or I missed it if they did.
Yeah,
they didn't talk about it.
I don't think they did it at all.
And they talked a little bit about their time growing up and how Kylie knows Travis very well, and it's very clear that she sees him as like little bro, and like loves him and wants the best for him, and so she would like bring up stuff. It's worth the watch, I think. She would like bring up positive things about him, and he was always kind of like, oh well, that's whatever. Like, she was very celebratory of him, even in moments where he wasn't. But he did confirm that he broke Taylor's chair and he blames it on the sourdough.
Yeah,
and,
that was funny.
But he said that he's like, no, I seriously do blame it on that because I've not done anything for the month of January. I think he was calling it like, no, he called it something funny, like no workout January or do nothing January. That's or something funny. He was calling it. So I guess like if you're out of the Super Bowl or whatever, most players will for the month of January like do nothing, like not work out, not, you know, just live their life for a month. And so he's like, I've gained a lot of weight. I had to step on the scale after I broke that chair to see where we're at.
That's
because
funny.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I think that's hilarious. And so he broke the chair. Taylor laughed, thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And has a good sense of humor. He reiterated that. It was like, of course. But otherwise, just a sweet conversation between bro and sis-in-law.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just cute. And another cute thing was them talking about like Taylor and Taylor and Travis and like the girls, his nieces, just saying that like Benny like doesn't use her legs whenever Taylor and Travis are around Auntie Taylor and Uncle Travis because like they just want to be picked up by them all the time. And listen, I don't blame them.
I don't blame them for 1 second.
Pick me up, Travis.
Literally pick me up. Pick me up right now. Like if I saw him, I'd be like, oh, my legs don't work. Please pick me up. Another funny conversation they had where I don't know if you guys have seen the conversation or like the what if like your kid comes home or say you're an aunt or an uncle or an adult that's not the parent of a child and your friend or family member's child comes to you as like an aunt or an uncle figure and says, I got a bad grade on this test. Can you sign it so I can give it back to my teacher? Would you or would you not? And I guess the conversation somehow made its way to Kylie's page. Maybe she brought it up on her show and in all the comments were like, Uncle Travis would definitely do this for girls or whatever. So she brought it up and she asked him and he said, yes, of course I would. He's like, but you guys would know that I did that.
Right.
And she was like, oh, wow, really? And he was like, yeah, of course. He's like, I think like, he's like, yeah, because if Benny's coming or if Wyatt's coming to me and says, sign my thing, like you guys have to know that she's failing in school. Like, I was like, that is so true and logical and like, duh, because it's important that, and they go on to have this conversation, and I love how he put it because it's kind of how I feel as like as an aunt of you know young children. If any of them were to come to me and tell me stuff and confide in me about something, I'd be like, of course I'll treat you the way, you know, I'll be a person that is there for you. I'll sign your test, whatever. But on the low, I am telling your mom, because that's my bestie or my sister or my brother, whatever it is. But it is equally important for kids to feel like they have an adult outside of their parents 100%. That they can trust.
Yeah. You don't want to toe the line with like,
you can't mess
I'm
around with
keeping
kids.
Secrets with your kid.
Yes, you can't keep secrets with kids. Like it's just, that's first of all weird, but also it's just like you can keep their trust while cluing in their parents.
100%.
And that's one of those things where it's like, your kid's failing in school. He wants your Uncle Travie to sign my thing.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's like the parents should definitely know that, like, you know, whatever.
100%.
But I liked that response because it just goes to show that, you know, he's got a good head on his shoulders and he knows what he's doing. You know, he's not a jerk and he's not sneaky and naughty.
Sneaky and
naughty and sneaky.
Naughty.
Kylie also asked him about that. She was like, where do you think that she heard that? Yeah. Because people thought that Kylie had been saying like Uncle Travie is sneaky and naughty.
That's funny.
And so like when that came out, it was like, oh, she must have been talking shit behind his back.
Yeah.
Travis was like, I always assumed that you were saying it about someone else, and she heard it, and she was like, no, I think it's because I called her sneaky and naughty.
Oh,
and
yeah, totally.
Then turned it around and started calling everybody sneaky and naughty, which makes the most sense.
That video is one of the funniest videos ever.
I know, so cute. But yeah, so good interview. I would say go ahead, give it a little watch. Their it's a lot of like family inside jokes.
Yeah.
You know, like
cute.
Kelsey family inside jokes, which is cute. Gia, it has been unbearably cold in New York. We've talked about it a million times. We really didn't mention the weather much on the episode today because we don't even want to talk about it. We're too depressed. It's hard to go outside. It's hard to make yourself food. It's hard to do everything and anything because it's so cold. Thankfully, Tempo Meals. Mm-hmm. We've got a new up in the house. Tempo Meals is prepared meals sent to your house, apartment, wherever, already done, already separated into little. I have them. That's why I'm like talking about them right now. I've already received them before they became a bestie on the pod, and they show up. They're in like a little square thing, almost like a microwave meal, and you can put it in the microwave or you can put it in the stove, oven, whatever you want to do. But it's fresh dinner. And it's delivered at the beginning of the week, and it can last to the end of the week, like all these different meals.
Yeah.
And I had one that was like a chicken and 3 cheese, rice, some red peppers in there. Unbelievable. To be honest, Gia, really wasn't sure what to expect because I've done other like meal order services before and whatever, and they require a lot more effort. And putting forth the effort at this time right now is just like not what I'm down for.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to eat good food. I'm still trying to stay on that fitness grind, whatever. And the Tempo meals have really, really been a lifesaver, especially the last few weeks.
Yes. Tempo delivers fresh, chef-curated, dietitian-approved meals right to your door. Each meal is perfectly portioned for lunch or dinner and ready in 2 minutes. That means real food, real fast, without the sad desk lunch or the drive-through regret. With 20 new recipes every week made from nutrient-rich ingredients, Tempo keeps things exciting and helps you stay consistent with healthy habits. And even busy athletes like Maria Sharapova swear by Tempo.
Oh my God, I love Maria.
Girl.
That is our girl.
Yes.
I love Maria Sharapova. Wow, I
by
didn't even know we were
Tempo
getting the same
for
meals.
balanced meals to help them stay on top of their wellness goals. So for a limited time, Tempo is offering our listeners 60% off your first box. Go to temporeels.com/TaylorWatch.
Wow.
That's tempomeals.com/TaylorWatch for 60% off your first box.
That's a steal.
Yep, tempomeals.com/TaylorWatch. Rules and restrictions may apply.
On to the Super Bowl.
Woo! Boring as fuck. Besos, abrazos, a veces de pure. You're not good at it.
That's us. That's all we got. But
boring as fuck in terms of the game.
so boring.
Halftime show was
game
amazing.
Ever. Most boring. Like I was on my phone during the games and off during commercials and this halftime.
And I'll just say this.
Yeah.
Patriots
Yeah.
did not deserve to be there.
You think?
Yeah.
I didn't keep up with their
They had
season
such a
at all.
Mickey Mouse run to the Super Bowl, and then they just made it so obvious that they did not belong there at all.
People were saying that they had an easy schedule the whole time. Is that what you mean by
Easy
Mickey
schedule.
Mouse?
They had an easy ride to the Super Bowl. They had to play they had to play the Broncos with no Bo Nix. Like it was a very easy path, and then they just got absolutely demolished. Drake May was terrible.
Yeah,
the A noose was tightened. He choked so hard.
It was a bad, listen, sometimes when the bright lights come on, you perform, and other times you fall to the ground and you lose the Super Bowl.
Yeah, seriously.
And it sucks because so many of our coworkers were there in the booth. Sad.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, sorry. Whoops.
I don't have sympathy for Patriots fans.
No, I don't either. They were just there.
They were just there 6 years ago.
And it's like if it's a new team, whatever. I thought it would have been cool if they won after rebuilding a whole new thing. That would have been cool.
I said
but
I
don't
was
care for them.
morally rooting for the Seahawks, but contractually rooting for the Patriots.
Yeah. And that's fair.
Yeah.
Because when the Patriots win, it's good vibes in here.
Exactly.
And when they lose, not so much.
Not so much.
But thankfully, it seems like they lost in such a stunning fashion that no one seems to be mad about it.
It wasn't
Everyone's
like a nail
just
biter or
damn.
anything. Just like, damn, we really just got blown the fuck out. But
They're really not there. There's nothing to really say to their defense. There's no way to come to their defense. But
the real winner, Benito.
Yes. I you guys knew that we were going to love the halftime show regardless. I'm not even going to entertain the conversations around it being bad.
Say you don't know good performance, like entertain. You don't know how to be entertained.
If you are someone who can't enjoy a 10-minute concert / performance art, that's in another language, then I don't know what to do for you. I don't know. And by the way, I'm pretty sure Spanish is the #1 most popular. Like I know that people say it's English. It might be neck and neck with Spanish right now in terms of languages of the world.
I mean, you just clearly have no appreciation for culture,
right?
For the differences that make us human.
Yep.
I don't know. I just feel like he did such a good job of portraying like Puerto Rican culture and lifestyle and things of that nature, and it's just so interesting as somebody who doesn't come from that background or doesn't have a complete understanding. Like I feel like it gives you kind of like a sneak peek into like the lifestyle and things that like they enjoy and things that make Puerto Rican people Puerto Rican in terms of like life, in terms of like what they.
Well, it's the same as anywhere in the United States. It's like if you see a performance that's about New York City and you don't live in New York and you've never lived in New York, you're like, wow, that's how they live in New York.
Yeah.
So you see this about Puerto Rico and it's like, wow, that's how they live in Puerto Rico. That's crazy.
It was so beautiful to me, and it was just such a like amazing representation for a group of people who don't get recognized for a whole, I mean, all of Central America, like, and South America, you know, like just a whole group of people that are a part of our continent and they don't get recognized in a way.
They're Americans as well, but nobody wants to, like, I think somewhere along the way, American has become, like, people gatekeep Americans, but it's like, if you're South American, you're American too. If you're North American, we are North American.
Yeah.
We're not even just American. So what are you talking about? And I think that was depicted perfectly at the end. I mean, the whole performance certainly was moving.
Yeah.
I thought, I've talked to some people who have like Hispanic background who are explaining little pieces of like little inside joke stuff, like
for sure, like
the kids sleeping
at the wedding.
They did, like, that was a real wedding, by the way.
Yeah,
that was a real wedding.
So cool.
People that really got married in that moment. And so they had like a fake reception. Lady Gaga shows up. She's singing a salsa version of Die With a Smile. You've got the kids sleeping on the benches. You've got the bodegas. You've got the
nail tech.
The nail tech. You've got what's her name, begins with a T. The owner of the Cuban the Caribbean salsa dance bar in the Bronx, I think. Her name begins with a T. The little old lady, she handed him a drink in the middle.
Oh, that was her.
She's real. Like, her name begins with a T. It's like I can't think of what it's called right now.
Sure,
Fuck.
yeah.
But it's like immediately on my list of places to go. It's like for salsa dancing.
Right, okay.
It's like a club for salsa dancing. And so, and she was handing him a drink. It was so layered in its references for Latin culture that I think if you didn't get it all on first watch, definitely look into it a little bit, because the amount of detail that went into it was insane.
Even like the power line part, like, you know, acknowledging that like Puerto Ricans have struggled with like they've had like a electricity crisis for a really long time. So it just, and like I didn't even know that, you know,
the
like
EBT, the
we accept EBT.
Yeah, the bodega had we accept EBT on it.
Yeah,
like, it's just, it was the attention that went to it, and I'm sure if you have grown up like that, I've seen videos of people just sobbing throughout the performance, you know, and it's like, that's incredible to me. But not being able to sing along with it in Spanish didn't make me like it any less.
No, I just don't understand. Like, I really don't understand why people can't put it through their thick fucking skulls that music is music at the end of the day, and you can still have fun and dance and listen to a music that touches your soul, that maybe you don't exactly understand what they're saying lyrically, but you can understand what they're saying musically, you know, through the instruments and the
through the vibe.
Exactly.
You can understand me. That's why music is so good.
Can you not catch a fucking vibe for 5 seconds?
Music is the great equalizer in that way. Yeah, where, like, everyone can appreciate good music.
And that's to me was the most disappointing thing. It's just like, music is music, and music is supposed to bring people together. Yeah. And why let the simplicity of maybe a language barrier deny you from like enjoying something?
Absolutely.
It's just so stupid.
I got off track before what I was about to say, and then I started talking about the club. At the end of the performance, which legitimately brought me to tears, when Bad Bunny starts going out and he is followed by a United States flag, and then he's followed by all of the other flags of both North and South America, and shouts all of them out by name, all the countries out by name, and then says like, we're all Americans, and this is how it is. And Gia, have never thought of it like that. And I don't know if like other people have, like, I never thought of it as like, we are all one, we are all the same continent. Like, it makes sense. But I have never thought of it in the way of like, like how the United States, we claim to be Americans only. Yeah. Which then makes others not American.
So then why the fuck is it called
South
America? South America.
I've just not thought about it like that. Like, that's crazy. I mean, I've also never been one to be like, you're not American. Like, that's also not how I operate. But I've just never thought of it like that. And so it made it really moving to me. And I don't understand why we don't pop off like that even more. I would love to incorporate a little more spice, a little more flavor into the United States. I know. Now it feels like United States is white bread.
I saw a really funny video of this guy that was watching the halftime show. He's like, "Oh no, so many hot Latin women shaking ass on my TV. What am I supposed to do?" Like, it's so funny.
It's so good.
But that's just what I don't understand is like, all of a sudden when it comes to like Spanish speaking, like everybody has a problem with it. But when we have other performers from other
other countries,
then all of a sudden it's okay. Like I don't get that line.
Well, it's a big wide world out there, Gia, and I think that we can view ourselves as elitists for having been able to travel to other places and see that. By the way, everyone else speaks another language and English.
Yeah,
we're in the United States of America.
It's embarrassing
we're the only place
that we don't.
It's embarrassing.
No,
I get embarrassed.
I get embarrassed too.
We talk about it all the time. I know I've mentioned it now. Every time we talk about Bad Bunny, I get embarrassed. I don't know Spanish, but it is really that. Like I should have tried harder in school.
Yeah,
it should have been like I wish it was pressed upon how important it would be to know it in life because we are kind of the time frame of people that just don't know it. Like once we die, everyone else is going to know Spanish. All kids are being taught Spanish right now. Like babies are taught Spanish at the same time as English. I don't know a single one of my
I was
kids
never like that
and beyond that aren't already learning Spanish. My parents would never have taught me Spanish as a baby.
I wish my parents did that with
they
me
also
with
don't know.
Italian,
They don't know
at
Spanish.
least.
That would be nice. My parents don't know any other languages. They had never really traveled anywhere.
No,
like
my mom,
it's just one of those things.
My dad thinks he knows Italian, and then he just like fucking starts speaking like gibberish.
Of course,
but I will say my
trying.
brother minored in Italian, but I do
Good
wish
for him.
I tried one semester in college and I gave it up. Like I just couldn't do it. My brain, like you say, like my brain just doesn't work that way, and it's hard. Like the conjugations and stuff.
I haven't found the right way to learn it.
Well,
like I think that's our problem. We think
maybe
back about
we need
Taylor.
to start consuming more like Spanish media, you know, like TV and music, and then that way.
The problem is I'm always watching that shit. I'm always listening to Spanish music on the low, and I also am always like I love a telenovela, but it's true, maybe just more consistently. And that's how they say.
Because I feel like that's how a lot of non-English speakers learn English, just through like watching TV and stuff.
Definitely. I would love to know if people have tips. This is a serious request. If people have tips or different ways that they've learned a new language, not just like Duolingo or like Rosetta Stone. If you have a different way that you've learned, I would love a blueprint because I was about to compare to Taylor. Remember when Taylor was talking about in Fate of Ophelia music video how she is bad, or maybe it was during Eras Tour. I don't know when she said it. She was talking about how she had to learn the dances and how she and Mandy Moore got together and they figured out the best way that she can learn it is in time with the music.
Yeah.
She's like, because I can't learn it with an 8 count. I can't learn it with whatever. That's just not how I learn. I would love to find a way to learn new languages like that. You know what I mean? Like
like a non-traditional.
Yes. Yeah. I would just love to be able to unlock that side of my brain. I just feel like as soon as I can unlock languages, then I'm absolutely unstoppable.
Right.
Like I will
You're
be
like
all over the world.
James Franco when he takes that pill that like unlocks
Limitless.
of your
Bradley
brain.
Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper. Yeah,
Limitless. Love that. I need Limitless, but for languages. And, but yeah, it's just and the whole reason. Obviously, we're talking shit. We're talking shit because all the other people that were talking shit against it. But I want to bring up one person in particular that was loud as fuck. About actually 2 people. One's gonna catch it aside, but then the other person is first person. Hank.
Ugh.
Bad vibes from Hank.
He's just being a sore loser.
He was being a sore loser. The Patriots lost, but then he decided to go on to his Netflix syndicated show and say, "Speak English." And I said enough with that. So I hope that he issues an apology. That's number one. Number 2.
This is America.
Embarrassing behavior.
Bitch.
Embarrassing.
This is North America. Okay, there's a South, there's a Central.
I also don't care that your team just lost in the Super Bowl. That doesn't automatically make you
allow you to be. Yeah, no, literally.
Like, oh, I'm sorry. You get a pass because your 23-year-old quarterback was bad, so you can say this is America, speak English. That doesn't translate to me. I'm losing respect for Hank on that. That's one.
Disgusting.
But that's not who I want to talk about. I just remembered him at the last second. Who I really want to talk about is Jill fucking Zarin. Did you watch that video? Housewives, Jill Zarin. Jill Zarin is sorry, maybe you didn't. I sent the video to the chat last night, but it was, I need you to watch it because I need you to feel as pissed off as I am right now. Jill Zarin is an original Real Housewives of New York, red hair. Everyone knows Jill Zarin.
Yeah.
I believe her husband passed away tragically. Regardless, she's loud, she's opinionated, she always has been. She's definitely in the Ramona Singer category of people that's just like, you're stupid, and she definitely is like a Trumper. She's probably Mar-a-Lago, all of it, whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
Her video, now I want you to watch the video. Watch the video of what she's saying, and I want to see your real-time reaction to it.
Okay, here we go.
This is Gia's real-time react, because people know. Sorry, I'm spitting everywhere.
I said it before, that it was the worst halftime show ever. And
Just wait.
250 years that we're celebrating right now in the United States. And I just don't think it was appropriate to have it in Spanish. And quite frankly, I didn't need to see him grabbing his, G area.
Okay, prude.
It was totally inappropriate. You've got all these
She's
young
drunk.
kids watching the Super Bowl, and he doesn't have to be grabbing himself every 5 seconds. Is he so insecure? Seriously, I didn't understand it. I don't speak Spanish. I would have liked to have known the words he was saying. To me,
So learn Spanish.
Statement, because there were literally no white people in the entire thing.
Yeah.
I think it was a political.
God forbid.
Taking a side one way or the other. I just do. I think
Not taking a side one way or the other, but there were no white
I
people
just
in
think
it.
that the NFL sold out, and it's very sad because this was 75 years, and you know.
Like, you give a shit, Jill Zarin. You care about the 75th anniversary of the NFL.
I recognized. I literally had to Google her face to see who it was because we all.
Oh, and then she talks shit about Lady Gaga,
Yeah.
which is why I'm
Oh,
coming
girl,
for her.
you're coming for Lady Gaga's facelift? Look in the fucking mirror. That's I
She
mean,
goes-
that's just
she
like
goes,
typical.
She goes, oh yeah, and Lady Gaga was there, but I didn't know who she was. I had to look her up. She had a facelift. First of all, Lady Gaga looks exactly the fucking same as
Yeah,
she always
what-
has.
in
Jill,
what
how
world
about
do
you
you
get
not-
your fucking eyes checked?
Maybe she was just so drunk off wine she couldn't even realize what was
100%,
going
and
on.
that is just
to say that there's
perfectly
not a single
encapsulates-
white person. Just say you're racist.
Just say you're racist.
Yeah.
The whole thing is that was the softer version of speaking
Yeah,
English. You know
like
what I mean?
you can't enjoy something that doesn't have white people
Absolutely
in it.
unbelievable.
Are you okay?
And Jill Zarin is exactly the reason. Like, that is the exact kind of person, and whoever is married to a woman like that, and whoever's
Ugh.
talking like that, I'm embarrassed that you even exist, because how dare you put a video? That video's since been deleted, I've heard.
Oh, really?
Of course.
I mean, she should be.
it's
ashamed.
embarrassing. You
Yeah.
should be ashamed.
Yeah.
You should be embarrassed to have publicly listen. I understand that there are people that wanted to. They want to be bigots. They want to be racist. They want to do whatever they want. They want to turn off Bad Bunny and turn on Kid Rock and live your life, whatever. I don't care. If you're going to get online and pontificate about it, then you better be prepared for the repercussions,
Yeah.
because fuck you, Jill Zarin, forever.
No,
like,
seriously,
are you out of your
that's
minds?
unbelievable. I mean,
Unbelievable to post that and
and
to have
to
nobody
think-
around, and to think that was going to be a celebrated
That,
response.
I mean, that just shows how.
Idiot.
And you can say whatever, 250
So
years of
dumb.
America, we've come so far, whatever, but
Have we?
still have so many fucking people in the United States that act like that.
It's so
It just
embarrassing.
blatant racism that they think is okay because
Yeah.
of who's president right now and who makes the norm of what's okay and what's not okay.
I also think that the vibe of this is a shout out to Roger Goodell, who was the one who, I guess, I don't know if he like fought to make sure that Bad Bunny would still be in the Super Bowl or what, but he didn't fold to the pressure from NFL fans,
Right.
whoever these fans are that were like upset about it in advance, and like change the halftime show. So I will say shouts to him for that, but ultimately, everything has a price tag. Everything is money based. Ultimately, they're having Bad Bunny here because they're trying to expand football to an international audience, and I think that. Obviously, that makes a lot of sense to do. How much longer can it be America only, United States only cares about football? I think that it's a smart business move. I think that I've seen more videos of people around the world watching Bad Bunny and then also the game than I ever have seen.
It was
the
the
Super Bowl.
most
It was the
viewed
watched.
halftime show.
135 million people, 135.4 million people tuning in.
It's
the
unbelievable.
most watched Super Bowl of all time, halftime show of all time. And I think that ultimately it's good for the sport. It's good for people. It's same as soccer. They want us to get involved in soccer so bad. We're too busy dicking around with football. It's like, all right, fine. If we're not going to get into soccer, then let's make football for everyone too.
Yeah, I don't understand what the qualm is about broadening your audience.
I don't either. But so I guess the conversations are, people just want football to be like for old white dudes, I think. Like they just really
Clearly.
do. Like it's like,
well, they were
you're
up
the
in arms when women
football
started
America.
paying attention, and now they're up in arms when Latin people started paying attention.
Because we've
like,
all
okay.
come in and we've rained on their racist parade.
Seriously.
And I'm sorry, lightning's coming. I don't know what you want me to say. Like it's just
so stupid.
It's
And-
frustrating to be around, to see, to hear, to whatever.
Yeah.
So fuck Jill Zarin, fuck anybody who had a problem with it. I just don't. That's not, you don't align with my views.
To me, I
on
felt
life.
No, big time now. And to me, I felt like Bad Bunny was like the saving grace of a somewhat unbelievably depressing Super Bowl.
100%.
We went from 3 and out every 5 seconds from the teams to an AI commercial and then to a Ozempic commercial and then back to another AI commercial, then to like a Ring commercial that's like, hey, by the way, we're going to be surveilling your entire neighborhood by like being like, oh, we're looking for lost dogs.
Yep.
And then back to Wegovy hey, by the way, you're fat and you need to lose
Yep.
weight. Like, and then back to 2 teams sucking ass. It was
Yep.
just unbelievable to watch how many fucking AI and weight loss ads there were.
It was an unprecedented amount of AI and weight loss.
It's like-
every other commercial was AI, or like toss a coin, will it be AI
Seriously,
or weight loss?
it's something
It was
about
really nuts.
seeing Serena Williams dancing, talking about like Wegovy is just so heartbreaking to me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I really was not having a good time when it came to the commercials because
Yeah.
I just was like, wow, all these commercials is about how AI is about to take over the entire world, and about how we're all fat apparently, and we all need to lose weight. Like
the GLP.
what
Listen,
world are we living in?
I know that the GLPs are now becoming much more mainstream than they were. Like at first it was like Ozempic, Wegovy, don't talk about it. Now it's like if you're not on that, it's not doing something right.
Yeah.
I don't like that tone either. I think if it works for you, that's great.
Like, stop forcing
Everyone knows you
norm.
We don't need multiple Superbowl ads for weight loss drugs. We just don't.
Yeah,
we don't.
It's
everybody's doing it if they're doing it. You know,
so isolating almost in a way where you're like watching and you're like, shit, like I felt like the room was closing in on me, and I was like, do I need to take Ozempic?
Never
like,
in a million
what
years.
the fuck?
No.
Like, you know what I
Well,
mean?
we talked about this a little bit with the Grammys, how it seems like, you know, everybody's 100 pounds, and you see the poor Osbournes, Kelly Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne, who went too far.
Ozempic.
Sharon is the only one who's admitted to that.
Yeah.
I don't think Kelly ever said, but it's clear that Kelly, I mean, you don't get like that unless, you know. Regardless, you're right. It was depressing for the most part. A lot of tear jerkers. They were really capitalizing on our emotions this year. I cried 100 times because every commercial was like you said, a lost dog or family related. The Lay's commercial was actually nice, where it was like the dad passing down the business to the daughter. That was like a sweet.
Yeah,
commercial.
that one was nice.
But again, tear jerker.
Yeah. I don't know. There was like a few that I liked. There
were a few. Yeah, there were a few good ones.
There was the Release Your Tight End. That one was so funny. Did you see that one? Oh my God, it's so funny. They did one. It was for like getting like a prick instead of doing like the finger up your butt for a prostate exam.
No,
and
I missed
so they
this.
had
That's so funny.
Oh my God, you have to watch it. And
Wow.
they had all these like famous tight ends. So like Gronk,
that's amazing.
Greg Olsen.
Oh wait, I saw Gronk, but I didn't. I thought it was
and it
football.
like zooms in on Gronk's butt, and he's like clenching his cheeks, and he like releases, and it's like, release your tight end, like don't worry about having to go get a prostate exam.
Got
like
it.
now you can just prick your finger or whatever.
That's so funny.
It was really creative.
Oh, wow. And what a medical advancement.
That's what we were saying.
That's massive.
When that came on, we were like, wait, what? That's huge for men. Because I feel like
that's
men
massive
don't,
for men.
They're like, I'm not gay. I don't want to
Exactly.
finger up my
Yeah,
butt.
yeah. Don't.
Like, meanwhile,
my
it's literally
prostate's
a
fine.
doctor, but
Yes.
yeah.
It's like you have
now
prostate
it's
cancer,
like,
by the way. You thought
like, yeah, guys with like fragile masculinity can
Yep.
now get their prostate examined.
Now you can figure out if you've got cancer.
Yeah.
Wow, what a medical advancement.
Seriously.
I thought I saw something too similar of like some kind of cancer's been cured in mice, right?
Oh, you know,
Is that
I
prostate
thought
cancer as well?
I'm not sure, but I thought I saw someone saying that, and then they were like, "We just need the funding."
Yes,
and
that's
now that
what it
Trump
is.
cut all the funding, they have like no money.
Yeah, but I guess someone else was saying like for medical research that they always need funding anyway.
Interesting.
Like it's
Okay.
something like that does affect it, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
also always will need funding. Or
Right,
something.
right,
Like
right,
I
right.
read because I also got pissed off about that. Like whenever I read it.
Yeah,
but I'm
interesting.
let me look it up because there's something else I want to say about that. If it is prostate cancer,
Mice cure cancer.
prostate cancer, mice. Yeah, I'm looking on Twitter because that's where I saw it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Pancreatic.
Yeah. Just kidding. Then I can reserve what I was going to say, which
Spanish
was, of course, they figure out
scientists.
prostate cancer first. Like that's what I was about to say.
Right, of course, yeah.
But
Before
no, pancreatic. So whatever. Listen, we're making advances in the medical field, and we love that the Super Bowl is letting us know.
Yeah.
Also, a shout out to the Budweiser commercial with the baby with the little horse.
yeah,
and
the
little
baby
eagle.
that was cute.
Fucking adorable.
I
I felt Pretty America after that.
Yeah, that was nice. And I
liked
like the Sabrina Carpenter one with the Pringles. That one
very
was
funny, very
yeah.
cute. The
Yeah.
Kendall Jenner one about her exes. We laughed about that. Oh, but so that leads us into the response. A lot of people had seen the Kendall Jenner one. Bless.
Thanks.
A lot of people had seen the Kendall Jenner one, and it's with a competitor. We won't say what it's for. But not people we hang out with.
Nope.
But it was, a very funny commercial. She was basically talking about like how the Kardashian curse,
yeah.
and how anybody she dates, whatever. She's like, it's not even my last name.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's a funny commercial. Then Sleeper is the brand, I think. It's essentially like, I think a mattress brand or something. I'm not even sure. They did like an X's commercial starring Ben Simmons and Tiffany Haddish, amongst other famous exes. And
Yeah.
one of them was Kayla Nicole.
Yeah.
Which, girl, I get that you have to make money.
Sleeper is like another like sports app. I think it says Super Sports app. I think it's like another betting app.
Oh God. Okay. Well, then even less so. We hate them then. Boo.
Yeah. Boo.
And this commercial did suck. Like it was actually bad. It was about
Tiffany Haddish. You just know that you're like
I'm
going.
like out on Tiffany Haddish.
Well,
Like, what happened with her?
She had like that really bad like pedophile thing.
What? Is
Like
it
she
real?
had like a really young kid in like their movie or something. They made him like really uncomfortable.
What?
Oh my God,
I
let me
missed
find
this.
it. I don't want to be spreading.
I didn't see any of this. Spreading misinformation.
Yeah, I don't want to be
I didn't see any of this, but I do know that there was a point where she fell off, but I just don't know why
Accused
or when.
of child abuse in a lawsuit.
Oh, Jesus.
Tiffany Haddish in 2022.
Oh, no. Well, that's about right about when I lost track
Abusing
of her.
plaintiffs when they were both minors.
Damn.
Groomed the young plaintiffs and coerced them into filming sexually explicit child pornography skits.
What? What?
Jesus.
Is that like AI overview or is that?
No, this is NPR. Yeah. NPR.org.
And so she was
This was in 2022 and it happened in a music
she was
video.
accused.
It says lost. Yeah.
What was like the outcome? Because she's doing Superbowl. I mean, I really haven't seen her literally since this time frame. So maybe she's not really making it big. And she's in, I did think she was kind of too big of a star to be in this kind of commercial.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where it says.
But now, not so much.
What's happened.
In the commercial, I'll talk about the commercial while you're looking.
Yeah.
In the commercial, it was like a, a play off of what Kendall had been doing, like, oh, my exes. And so it was basically like, I'm hiring a lawyer. Ben Simmons is like, I'm hiring a lawyer, like, to help teach you how to deal with being the ex of someone more famous than you is essentially what it was. And Kayla Nicole comes on as like a testimonial being like, don't use these people. It's like, I think it could have been a moment where it was like a self-aware moment, but unfortunately it went on too long and they slipped in like, there was one joke where she was like, don't use these people, it sucks. And that should have been the end for her.
Yeah.
That would have been funny. I would have been like, okay, she's cashing a check.
Yeah.
She didn't say anybody's name. It didn't take it too far. And this is self-aware for her.
Yeah.
Then it went on a few other times where they're making jokes about how Travis is acting black and how, oh, woe is me, Kayla Nicole.
And
like,
then you like say like, oh, can you have this done rapidly? He's like, no,
Yes.
I said swiftly.
they made like a swift joke.
Yeah.
And it's just to me, Kayla Nicole, I don't care how big the check is. Aren't you embarrassed? Like we're constantly saying this. Aren't you embarrassed, Kayla Nicole?
Listen, I made a TikTok when the whole dancing thing happened. Not man enough for you.
Not man enough. Yep.
And I said, damn, it must suck to be like the perpetual ex-girlfriend. Like all you're going to be in life is known as Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend.
Yep.
Like that stinks.
Yep.
And so many comments are like, that's like not the way, like she's a woman. She does her own thing, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
Like,
fuck off.
No, she doesn't.
The people that Kayla Nicole paid to comment on
It's
your
like,
TikTok
here's the
said
thing.
that.
She doesn't though. Like she only does stuff that involves her being the ex-girlfriend of Travis Kelce.
Yes.
She does it to herself. And it's like, that's why I don't have any sympathy for it. Because
No.
it's like, oh, if, she was Travis's ex and all she gets referred to as Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend, but she's doing her thing. She's, thriving. She has a new boyfriend. She's doing this. She's doing that. She hasn't talked about it in years, whatever. Like,
Yep.
that's one thing. And then to be the way that she's handling it is like, it's almost as if she wants that
she
label.
can't wait for some. She's Lindsay Lohan at the end of Mean Girls, where she's like, I became a woman obsessed. I spent 20% of my time talking about her and 80% of my time waiting for someone else to bring it up. Like that's she
literally
literally
her.
can't wait for someone to bring up the fact that she dated Travis Kelce and now 4 years ago, we're on 4 years, and now she's like this scorned whatever. And I just listen. Two ways to look at this. One, you're on a Super Bowl commercial, okay,
Yeah.
and you got paid for it.
I don't even
Two,
think it aired during the Super Bowl.
did it really not?
I mean, I didn't see it. Did you?
I think I did.
Oh, okay.
I think I did see it during the commercial, because I didn't watch it. Yes, I saw it during the game, because I didn't watch the full thing when you sent me like the bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch all that. I think I saw it during the game.
I don't remember seeing it.
Maybe I watched it on my phone, like while the game was on.
Yeah, maybe.
I really am not sure now. I'm not sure, but ultimately, I just think that we need to go back to the original conversation of where are Kayla Nicole's friends, and they need to step in and do an intervention. Like there are some checks that you don't need that bad. Like there's got to be something else you can do. I don't care what amount of even if it's like, here's $1 million, be in this commercial where you are continuing the narrative that you're Travis Kelce's ex after you at length go on and on about how you don't want to be known
after you
as
broke
that.
up 4 years ago.
It's just like, I'm with you. I have no sympathy, because it's not like she's actively trying for it to not be the situation. Like she just is constantly wanting to be in this situation.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like she does it to
sorry,
herself
bitch.
at this point, so it's hard to have sympathy for her.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I just don't. But also we had more Kelsey family representation at the Super Bowl commercials. Jason and Kylie.
Yeah,
did
they've been
a
getting that
commercial for
YouTube TV bag for a while.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
not a new commercial?
No.
The problem is that
Maybe
I don't
a new
watch,
commercial, but they've been doing stuff for YouTube TV for a minute.
I don't watch games typically, so
Yeah.
I miss.
So there's
all
a
of the
lot of
commercials.
a lot of YouTube TV commercials like with Jason,
Got it. Okay.
and he'll be like where are the fans?
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. No. Just like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Where-
where's the fans?
Yeah, where are you, the fans?
It's like for YouTube live TV. I think
Yeah,
technically is like what it is. But yeah. So they were represented at the beginning. Shout out to them. Trying to think any other.
Travis was at the game for a split second.
He was there for a second because he was. That's where they gave out the Walter Payton Man of the Year award.
Yeah.
All the nominees went. He also was.
I looked up who. I literally just
it was
looked
a guy
up
from
who
the
won.
Commanders. Wagner.
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner.
Shout out.
Shout out to him. Same age as Travis, similar background. I think that award is probably the most legit award in terms of.
It's one of the best awards
One of
that
the
you
best
can
awards.
get. I mean, it's
Of course, but I'm saying in terms of like who it's awarded to, meaning like they wouldn't just give it to someone to get the publicity, you know, like
No,
whoever
no,
Bobby
you have
Wagner
to
is, I'm
do-
sure really
Yeah.
deserved it. So shout out to him. Not saying Travis didn't deserve it as well, but it you know, if anyone were ever to be upset that Travis didn't win, it's like, well, it went to somebody
Yeah.
who also deserved it.
He's
you know?
heavily involved in stroke awareness and research through the Phinia May Fund created in honor of his mother and supports youth education via his Tackle Everything Tech Tour.
Fabulous. Love it.
Shout out Bobby.
Shout out Bobby. But yeah, so anyway, no worries. It's okay that Travis didn't win.
This is like the good guy award,
Yes.
basically. It's like, who's the best guy of all the good guys?
Yep, exactly, right.
Yeah.
It's like they're still all good guys.
Yes,
so
exactly.
No bad winners.
Can I just say, though,
Yeah.
terrible outfit during the NFL awards or whatever that was.
I meant to look that up because I really wasn't a fan either. It just didn't seem.
Just
It just didn't
awful.
seem him anymore. Like I feel like he's got a new.
The full
Like it
snake
seemed
suit.
It seemed like young for him.
Yeah.
Wait, Travis Kelce, NFL honors outfit.
Yeah, NFL honors outfit.
Nothing more. Was
This
right.
is the Daily Mail headline:
Trolled
Travis
over
Kelce
quirky
brutally mocked over latest quirky outfit.
MSN says Travis Kelce trolled over latest quirky outfit at NFL honors. Wow, everybody's roasted by fans for hideous outfit
yeah,
at the NFL.
I mean, it's just
brutally
really
mocked. Yeah. Outfit goes viral.
definitely one of his worst outfits, and that's okay.
The
Listen, not
snake
everything's
suit.
hit or miss. And to be fair, he looked amazing at the Super Bowl. Like his outfit
he
was
did.
so good for the
I gotta
actual
tell
Super
you,
Bowl.
I don't think I realized it was snakeskin. Now I'm kind of back in. I'm in
It
on
is giving rep.
It's giving rep.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I knew
Wait,
it
that's
was
funny because if this was like a year ago, we'd be like Rep TV.
No, I would have been like, that's full confirmation of the
Yeah.
encore, by the way. Like, I still am. Now I'm kind of thinking it. When I saw it for the first time, I thought it was paisley. I didn't realize it was snakeskin. And so now I think I'm kind of changing my tune.
Ooh.
But let me
You can
let me
stand
look
stand with Travis against all the
I
haters.
stand with Travis. Yeah, I
Yeah.
stand with Travis after he was brutally mocked
over his quirky outfit.
Yeah, like
Bro,
They also
imagine
barely-
you put on like the fit like a fit, and you're like, oh man, this is the fit of the century. It's gonna go so hard.
Yep.
And you get called it gets called a quirky outfit, bro. Come on.
it's quirky and you're brutally mocked.
yeah, yeah.
God. I can't
Give him
believe
a break.
brutally mocked is so funny.
Yeah, like, I
and to
doubt-
be honest, I can't even. It doesn't look like he walked the carpet because there are
No, I don't think so.
It's just blurry pictures of him on stage.
Seemed
And,
like he-
and now my phone is also frozen, so just forget it.
Oh my god.
God damn it! I hate the phone. Sorry for saying God damn it.
It
Anyway.
just seems that he just seems like he just showed up and then left after.
Yeah, and that's fine. I would expect, or I was shocked to see him there. Remember, we discussed. Don't think Travis would hang around and like watch the Super Bowl
Yeah.
after not making it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I quote tweeted the video of him walking in to go stand there for the award.
Yeah.
And the replies were thinking I was like being a bitch. I was not at all. Let me look at some of these replies because I was so shook. I said, I'm shocked to see Travis here. And everyone was like, he's obviously going to be, he's literally has to be there for the award. Walter Payton Award is the biggest NFL honor. He definitely is there. He had to be there. Okay, sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know when it was handed out. I didn't know that he would be there.
Twitter,
and I apologize.
People in their replies
Get
just
off
have
my
such a
ass.
stick up their ass.
I was thinking strictly in
Sorry,
terms
I
of
didn't
watching.
realize. I didn't know Travis Kelce's schedule date by date and his public appearances.
I didn't know that was when they were giving the award. I thought
No, they didn't. They gave it the night before. Like,
right. Okay,
yeah.
so then get off my ass.
Yeah, seriously.
Why would he ever have to be at the Super Bowl then? Like, I guess.
Yeah, because like they honored the nominees at the
Sure.
Super Bowl. But
and that's lovely. But I'm sorry I didn't know that they do that.
No,
So,
like,
whatever.
God
Get off my
forbid.
dick.
Seriously.
Enough. But so yes, he he went there and then he left right away.
Yeah.
And it was time to get home after a
Get
long
home to
week
his
of
lady.
golf and Super Bowl chilling.
Yeah, it
Time to
seems
get home.
everyone was. I mean, I would be so pooped from
Oh,
doing all that
please.
stuff.
It was
That
a long week too for a lot of people.
You got to decompress.
Remember, they were doing all kinds of New Heights promo and stuff all week long for the pod. So
Yeah.
but yes, and I think that about wraps up the Super Bowl talk. I hope. How much?
Yeah.
There's nothing else. Yeah. Didn't win the award, and that's it.
one thing. Charlie Puth.
Shout out to Charlie Puth.
Shout out to Charlie Puth.
What
We
an
declared he
anthem.
should be a bigger artist.
We did declare it.
Yep.
Now we do declare.
Wait,
And
also something so
it did
funny with
happen.
Charlie Puth. So you know how you could like listen to a sound and be like, oh, that's an A flat.
Yeah. He's perfect pitch.
Yeah, they made him like listen to all these like different football things and be like, what is that? Like
Yeah.
the ref whistle. And there he was
Yeah.
like, a B flat. Like I don't know. Like it was just funny. Like all these
I like
different
that.
things. Yeah,
I like that.
But-
I like when they bring together people's like actual talents. Like that is a talent. Having perfect pitch is like a talent that not everybody has. There are a lot of people that think they have perfect pitch, but they don't actually.
He
Like,
sounded amazing.
Charlie Puth has perfect pitch,
Yeah.
you know, and he can tell by listening. Like that's how you know that you have perfect pitch is if you can tell whatever. There was a kid in my school that had perfect pitch, or he claimed to have perfect pitch, and I never believed him because he wasn't actually a very good singer. And so I said to
Oh.
myself, like, you don't have perfect pitch. And then I found out later that you
don't.
can have perfect pitch but not be good at singing.
Damn. But Charlie Puth really crushed it. Shout out.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Another thing that I wanted to circle back on about the music video before we get into our Traitors recap is that we've been saying that we predicted a music video to come out for Life of a Showgirl because most of the other albums had multiple music videos. And so we did find a breakdown of how many, and this is from a tweet on Twitter, and we're sorry if some of these are wrong, but I think that they're correct for my cross-referencing. For debut album, there were 6 videos. That is the only one I didn't cross-reference, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Fearless, there were 7, people are saying. Speak Now was 7. Red was 7. This originally said 11, but that included some performance videos, which aren't technically music videos, which I think is where the confusion lies on some of these. So if I'm wrong with numbers for Fearless and Speak Now, etc., it's because of that. 1989, it says 7. That felt like a lot. Reputation says 4. Also felt like a lot. Lover, 5. Also feels like a lot. But Folklore and Evermore each had 1 only, but they were released close to each other.
Lover had 5.
That's what I said. I said there was me.
Me, You Need to Calm Down, Lover, and The Archer?
No.
No, yeah.
I think, you know what? I'm going to take all these back because I don't think they're right.
Me, You Need to, The Man.
The Man. Oh, yeah, duh.
Okay, wait, let's see. Okay,
maybe-
this
maybe
is
they
a list
are
of
right.
music videos. So for debut is Tim McGraw, Teardrops on My Guitar, Our Song, I'm Only Me When I'm With You, Picture to Burn, and Should Have Said No.
Okay, that makes sense.
And
6.
then for Fearless, Change, Love Story, White Horse, Crazier, You Belong With Me, Best Day, 15, Fearless.
So that's 8, but it says 7 here, so maybe one of them was a concert film or whatever?
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they didn't count Crazier.
Probably not, yeah.
And then for Speak Now is Mine, Back to December, Mean, Story of Us, Sparks Fly, Ours. And then
That's only 6, so they have the Speak Now listed at 7.
okay. And then for Red, Safe and Sound, We're Never Getting Back Together, Begin Again, I Knew You Were Trouble, 22, Everything Has Changed, Red, The Last Time.
And that's 8, and I had counted 7.
Last Time is a live performance.
Got it. Yeah, live performances don't count, so 7.
Yeah.
1989.
1989, just Blank Space, Shake It Off, Style, Bad Blood, Wildest Dreams, Out of the Woods, New Romantics.
Wow, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Then
And that's
Rep.
7. Wow, I really didn't realize, like I knew it was a lot of videos.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that many per.
Right. I didn't realize New Romantics. Oh, because New Romantics
that, I
is
think,
video
is
features clips from the
From
1989
the
World
concert,
Tour.
yeah, which that kind of doesn't really count. Like it does, but it doesn't.
Right.
But yeah, and Rep had.
Rep is Look What You Made Me Do, Ready for It, Endgame, Delicate.
Yep, that makes sense. 4.
Lover is Me, You Need to Calm Down, Lover, The Man. So that only has four.
Only four. So I wonder what the fifth one they're talking about is here.
Oh, maybe it's another live performance.
Yeah, it must be. And then they have one each for Folklore.
Yeah,
and Evermore.
Cardigan and Willow.
Which does make sense because the albums came out close to each other, so the videos came out close to each other, and that to me kind of rolls into one.
Are they counting Taylor's versions? Because I bet you Think About Me.
I had counted that in 7, so maybe another one of those was a live performance that was listed. The ones I saw were it was I Knew You Were Trouble, 22. I can't remember now.
Yeah,
I've looked at too many today.
I'm curious.
Midnight's was 4, which does that make sense? Lavender Haze, Antihero,
Bejeweled,
and what would be the last?
Karma,
duh, of course. Then we have 2 for T2PD, which
Fortnite I could do with a Broken Heart,
and then now
2
Life
for
of
Life of
Showgirl.
2
for Life of Showgirl. So that makes sense. And I would say we could. We're probably all wrapped up on videos for Life of a Showgirl if that is the case. And it being a short album compared to
I could
T2PD.
see. I think I'm holding out hope for one more.
Yeah, I would love Elizabeth Taylor. That's
Elizabeth
the one I really
Taylor
want.
or Father Figure. I would love.
Father Figure would be amazing.
Yeah.
Imagine Taylor in like a
and she did have a George
mahogany.
Michael poster in her room in the Opalite music video.
So true.
So maybe that was an Easter egg.
I didn't even see that. I love George Michael. Okay. Well, that was just, I just wanted to bring that up because we had that conversation about like how many music videos each and turns out multiple per album for the most part. Something new and exciting that we've not talked about on the pod yet. We do have a new bestie in town, and it's a multifaceted bestie. It's a bestie that you want around when you're looking for a new boyfriend or a girlfriend, or maybe when you're looking for a BFF, and it's of course Bumble. Bumble is a new bestie on the pod, and we're very excited to be involved with them. They're obviously Gia is in a relationship. She's not using Bumble for a boyfriend, but she could be using Bumble for besties.
Yes.
And I could be using Bumble for a boyfriend. We could all be using a little bit of Bumble in one way or another. But we have these live events that are happening all over the country in the next coming weeks. I don't know if you guys are clued into all of the Barstool universe, but Nikki Smokes and Annika have gone to a couple of these events already. They went to one in Scottsdale, and then another, and I think they're coming up. They're going to one in Nashville this upcoming week. We will be in Austin, Texas. Woohoo! On February 19th. We'll be
and
there.
Chicago.
And we'll be in Chicago on St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Very exciting, both Bumble events. But leading up to this event that is happening on the 19th, it'll be our first Bumble event, which I'm very excited about. It's got me thinking though, like, should I dive back in? Do I need to make a profile? And like, what prompts am I using?
Yeah.
That's the big thing with these dating apps. It's like prompts. Like, what are you going to say? What are you going to do? And how will that start a conversation with others? So, Gia, I don't know if you have any suggestions, but off the top of my head, I feel like the first thing I need to ask someone in a prompt is like, are you a Taylor Swift fan? Like, is that a crazy? Like, of course, it has to be.
Or maybe
that.
like name.
Who's your favorite?
What's your
artist?
favorite Taylor Swift song?
Yes,
that says a lot about someone.
That says a lot about someone, and it also can tell me to weed out between the people,
the reals and the fakes,
the ones who know ball and the ones who Google Taylor Swift. What's a Taylor Swift song?
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
And so that I think is probably what I'm going to be doing first and foremost.
And I think I'm going to be doing that too in terms of Bumble BFF.
Of course.
Because I don't want a BFF that doesn't know Taylor.
No, you don't. And you can also do it for me on the side. Like, you can help vet some of these guys for me. I think that'll be important.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So although we both love a cozy night in, Bumble makes it worth getting out there to meet new people. And like Kelly said, we are going to be hosting singles nights in cities across the U.S. with Bumble and Barstool from now through St. Patrick's Day. We'll be joining them out in Austin and Chicago, and we are so excited. Bumble is the app our friends know and trust, so you're walking into a room full of people who are genuinely looking to connect, which makes that first approach way less awkward. And Bumble truly makes it easy to show up as your best self, not just at these events, but on the app too, where you can share your interests and personality through photos and prompts. And I can't wait to snag some fire photos of Kelly at the event so we can update her 6 photos and keep them super current and fresh, because you can actually get more matches that way.
Hell yeah.
So show up as your best self and download Bumble.
Okay, shall we get into Traitors?
Let's do it.
Before we let the people go, Traitors opens up
episode 8.
Episode 8, and we are blessed with the banishment of a century. We're all happy.
Yes.
Colton is gone.
Yes.
Is it the beginning of it?
Well, not really. The beginning is Candace and Rob in the turret.
Sorry, yes. I'm jumping ahead.
It's okay. And Candace is mad at Rob.
Yep.
Rob, as like a fake peace offering,
Yes.
is like, you can decide who you want to kill.
Uh-huh.
Candace picks who we find out to be Colton, not knowing that her picking Colton actually pointed all the fingers towards her because Colton was saying her name.
Yep. Which was a lot of, I can't believe Candace missed that. Like, she's smart, and that is something I think normally she would pick up on. It's crazy she didn't think that far ahead.
Yeah, especially with Colton. I feel like Colton was too big of a target almost to go after, but I think she was eager to get him because he was getting on to people very quickly, it felt like. You know what I mean?
Agreed completely. Well, Colton should have been out episodes ago.
Yeah.
Because while he is annoying, he is relentless. And that is what's annoying about him, because he will find the traitors. Like, that's, and we had been saying, or I had been saying, my theory was that he and Rob were kind of like in cahoots a little bit. I still kind of feel that way. But Candace not vocally saying, like, whoever killed Colton wanted me to look bad. Like, that is all she needed to say. She didn't say that to anyone. Like, that's the number one thing, is like, they just want to make it look like I was the traitor. Like, she just did all the deflecting instead of being like, hey, look, of course everyone's going to think it's me now. Like, she didn't like take ownership for that idea. Like, I get it, but you know, like, that, he just wanted to make me look bad. Whoever the traitors are trying to pin it on me. That's what you say in that scenario. And she did not say any of that. She just went around bashing Rob's name, which I do think that will bite Rob in the ass at some point.
Another thing that people really were sus of her for was that throwaway vote.
Yes.
They just kept like reiterating, you know, Candace has been so set on specific people to vote for, so it just doesn't make sense for her to do that throwaway vote. She's been so
consistent. Like, the one thing about her is that she's consistent.
Yeah, and she didn't really like explain that vote well enough to make it make sense in terms of like why she did it as a faithful, but I think the way that she handled the throwaway vote was her ultimate demise.
I agree.
More
completely.
so almost than getting Colton.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, nobody would even be looking, like, they would just be like, oh, thank God Colton's gone. He's always throwing out people's names and accusing the wrong people.
Yeah.
That could have just fallen in that bucket. But yes, I think that I think signaling Rob was definitely a bad idea.
Yeah.
I also do, though, think that it will stay in people's minds. Like, to me, if I'm a faithful and I see that happen, I think they're in cahoots immediately. And it's crazy to me that even when Rob and Candace were talking one-on-one, and I think it was like Tara or Dorinda who tried to come in.
Yeah.
And she was like, we need a minute, like, get away. That, to me, is like, obviously two traitors are talking.
Yeah,
like,
that was crazy.
Like, so Rob, the veil on Rob, I think will be lifted, and he's going to have to like dig himself out of some holes.
Yeah.
Him, though, having the foresight to give that choice to Candace and let her dig her own hole instead of bringing on a new traitor with her. That's another thing that I wish that Candace would have saw coming.
Yeah.
Because it's like, obviously,
She should have picked somebody that would help her
be in
take
the middle.
down Rob.
Yes.
Or at least be a scapegoat.
Totally. Because now it opens up the door for Rob later to bring on someone that he can just kind of prop up as a traitor and feed him to the faithfuls.
Exactly.
You know?
So after they find out that Colton is murdered, everybody's automatically sus of Candace. Candace has that conversation with Rob. She calls Rob a snake. Rob's like, oh, it's just a game. You can't take it personally, whatever. He's so it's
like,
just
I get
a
it.
game.
I get it. I hate when people are like, it's just a game, because you know that it's more than that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, yes, if we're splitting hairs, it's just a game.
Yeah.
That doesn't make my emotions any less real.
Totally. So kind of seems like the only person that's on Candace's side in terms of faithfuls is Johnny, and I would say maybe Tara, because Johnny and Tara are together. And
I appreciated Tara finally being like, I'm so bad at this.
Yeah,
Why am I still here?
That was really funny.
Because
she kept just being like, I suck at this game.
She does suck at this game. Like, she's bad at this game.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tara and Johnny, who, by the way, if you guys are watching Winter Olympics, they've been
they've been
calling
crushing
all the ice skating competitions. Obviously,
Yeah.
they've been really doing
really
a good
good.
job. They're so funny. Like,
so funny.
And they're quick with it. And if you're looking for like if you don't know Johnny or Tara before that, this is a great window into their personalities, because they are both figure skating champions, and their knowledge alone is like amazing to hear.
They always remind me of like Johnny always reminds me of Caesar Flickerman from
Very
Hunger
much
Games.
So. Oh yeah, and you would probably love that comparison.
Yeah,
I bet
just
he,
like the hair and like the way he
the
dresses,
outfits, everything. Yeah.
Him and Tara are wearing these like insane matching outfits. Did you see that, the black like bedazzled? Yeah, it's so
amazing.
funny.
They always wear a
it's
matching
amazing.
Bedazzled something.
So Candace is feeling the heat. Rob is also really spreading Candace's name to everybody, but people are also a little bit sus of Stephen Colletti.
Yes, which I was surprised by that,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, he got a little bit of a kiss of death from Lisa Rinna, because Lisa Rinna put all that gold in his thing, and people are like,
and everyone's
why
like,
did
wait,
Lisa
why
put
did
all-
he do
why
that?
Did she do that?
Yes, exactly, and
Unfairly.
And as they said, Stephen did point out the tarot cards, which they weren't right about, but like that was something that they thought was sus, and
Yep.
also he carved the turkey.
Carve the turkey. God forbid we carve a turkey for the people.
Exactly.
God, I'm a natural server. I'm natural born server. Well, I'm a natural server. I will laugh.
Oh, it's funny every
Well,
time.
I'm a natural
I'm a natural server.
Okay.
Like, how'd you not
and
think
her
of that?
face.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a natural server. Like as if you're a fucking idiot. Like how did you not know? I love
So
Dorinda.
funny.
Love.
So Steven has a little bit of heat on him, but not too much. It's mostly directed towards Candace. They have a mission where they need to like recreate paintings. Candace gets mad at Rob because Rob kind of volunteers himself to get a shield as one of the people who has the possibility of getting a shield.
Yep.
But it's actually Kristen who ends up getting the shield.
I liked that challenge, by the way. The challenge was
cute.
fun. Like, did you just say what it was? How they had to
Like a painting.
They had to. So 3 people went up into like the gallery, and it was Kristen, Rob, and who's the third?
It might have been Steven.
No, you know what? It was Mark.
Oh no, because
Ballas.
Steven was with the group. Yeah,
Steven
Mark.
was with the group. It was Mark, and so the 3 of them went up there, and they were the ones that were like. They had the opportunity to search for immunity like in that gallery.
Yeah.
And that's why Kristen ended up with it, because she found it in like a painting.
Yeah.
But the challenge was to be shown a picture that of a painting that's in the gallery, and to recreate, like the groups had to recreate the image being funny, like on the lawn of the castle. And then they had to show the people up in the gallery what the picture was, and they had to guess the real painting based on their recreation of it, which was truly hilarious.
And can I say their recreations were awful?
They were so bad.
Yeah.
Although I will say, like the Johnny Weir team, the ones that were
They were
getting it every
good.
time,
Yeah,
they were good.
Yeah.
Or no, they were the bad ones.
Maybe
Dorinda,
they were. One team was really bad and one team was really
yes.
good. Yeah.
And they were both really bad and really good.
Yeah.
The really bad team had like Candace, and I think
maybe
was
Maura was on the bad
Maura,
team.
maybe.
I don't remember.
No, she was on the good one, I think.
Oh.
Because Candace had who was like creative? Somebody was creative directing like too much. I think it was Stephen.
Maybe
Colletti.
low-key Stephen.
I think it was Stephen who was like creative directing too much, and it was like a whole aside where it's like, I just love to do stuff like this. I never get to do this stuff, and they were so bad at like every single one. But yeah. So,
it was a fun.
Right, that was Candace and Johnny were in the same group, because Johnny wore Candace's like cow print
Right.
jacket.
Yes.
To be one of the
cows.
the Highland
Yeah,
cows,
that's
which are not
funny.
spotted. Like
No.
they're not. You know, they
They're
have long
fluffy.
hair.
They're
fluffy.
cute. Yeah.
Highland cows are beautiful. Are like
I want to
insane.
pet one so
Sarah
bad.
Beth just went to. They have a there's a winery out in Sonoma called Hamel, Hamel.
Ooh, okay.
And right now, if you're out in this sounds like an ad for them, but if you're out in Northern California, or you're in the wine country for the next few weeks, you have to look up and see when it ends. But they're doing like a stargazing wine tasting thing, but they only do it during winter months because the night is longer. Very annoying. So I'm going in June, and they stop it before then. Whatever. They also right now they've released. They have Highland cows there, and they've like brought them back to their pasture. Like they have to like move them. But, you know, they brought them back to their usual spot versus like where they are. I forget why, but the Highland cows are there, and you can go see them, and it's like an amazing thing. So if you're like a Highland cow fan and you're looking for the Highland cows,
I want to pet Highland cows so fucking bad. There's a place in like Summit, New Jersey that has like a farm that you can go pet them at.
I believe it.
Maybe we'll take a road trip one day.
I would go.
I
love a cow.
Love a cow. Love a cow. Love a farm. Any type of farm animal.
They're all so sweet.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Like,
I saw this really funny TikTok of this pig walking through like 3 feet of snow.
No.
They kept like going down like the wrong path. It was so cute.
Piggies.
So they do the challenge. Kristen gets the shield, and then they come back from the challenge. And actually, this is when Rob and Candace have that heated exchange where Candace calls him a snake, and they basically are like, oh, and Candace like accuses him of knowing that getting rid of Colton was going to be highlighting
her look bad, yeah.
making her look bad.
Which he definitely knew that.
And he knew that. He denied it, but he definitely knew that.
Of course he knew that. Everybody knew that. And that's why I'm disappointed in Candace for not knowing that.
Yeah.
Like, you girl, what?
I thought that she was going to use her throwaway vote more as like a threat than she did. Like, she didn't use it to her advantage in a way of being like, if you keep coming after me, like, I'm going to like say something. But maybe she's not allowed to be like, hey, by the way, look at my throwaway vote.
You can't, but she'll probably, and she wasn't allowed to say, well, I mean, but how about Jam Jam? Jam Jam screaming, it's Lisa, it's Lisa.
Right.
So the rules are gray, but you're definitely not allowed to like say, like if you're a traitor on the way out, be like him too.
Yeah.
Or like say something like that.
I also think that Rob told, and you might have already said this, but I think that Rob told Colton he was a traitor.
100%. Yeah, I said that. That's I think that Rob told Colton, or they exchanged eyes about it, and they were hoping that Rob would bring Colton, would like if Candace didn't get rid of Colton and Candace still was gone and Rob had the opportunity to recruit a traitor, it would have been Colton, I think. And it would have been the two of them running all over everybody else. And I think instead Rob has enlisted Eric to be a traitor with him. And two things could happen here. One, Eric could totally flip and be like, I gotta let my other faithfuls know I'm faithful for life, which I don't think will happen. But I also think that Rob is just going to now frame Eric.
Yeah.
Like he's going to and Eric, I wonder if Eric will pick up on that.
Yeah, no, I 100% think that's going to happen.
Because otherwise, whatever, what does he care?
So after the exchange, they go to the round table. There's like just a lot of, talking about Candace and all that stuff.
The writing's on the wall for Candace this whole time. It's like,
she
how
knows
is she
it's
going to take
coming.
herself out? Yeah.
So they go to the round table. Everyone's onto Candace, all those things. Candace is trying to deflect a little bit more towards Rob. Yeah. But to me, she went a little bit too hard on Rob.
Agreed.
And didn't do a good enough job defending herself, and I think she made herself more suspicious by going so hard.
Absolutely. And he played puppy dog eyes right away, and he it just kind of regressed into like himbo.
Yeah, totally.
And
like,
if you notice that, like,
Candace
he was like,
didn't really have like the best reasoning. Like he was like,
I'm just a stupid handsome guy.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically what Rob was doing.
She was like, oh, he dropped his fork when it was Colton, like whatever. He's like, yeah, because I was like frazzled. I couldn't believe he was kicked out. Whatever.
It was not a good enough.
It was not a good enough.
The only
reasoning.
reason she knows that, or she even noticed that, is because she knows he did it because he's guilty.
Yeah.
Everybody else just thought he dropped his fork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So everybody votes, and it's majority towards Candace. Candace is actually Johnny who does the last dagger into the heart.
Yep.
And Candace is sent home. She's revealed to be a traitor. Everybody's shook.
Yep.
And then we go to the turret, and it's just Rob by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Cummings gives him the option, or basically he says you have to pick someone. Either they will be murdered, or they will join you as a traitor.
Join you in the turret.
Join you as a traitor.
As a traitor.
And Rob is going through his options. He's basically being like, I need somebody who will basically take the fall for me.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize this at the time, but people made a good point because I posted on my story and I was like, of course, Rob's only considering men to be traitors.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
But people were like, well, to be fair, it's been three women so far who have been taken out as traitors. So it's like more than, there's more than likely to be a male traitor.
Definitely.
So now everyone's going to be focused on the men. And yeah, Eric was the best choice, I think.
I think so too.
Because I think people trust Mark too much.
Uh-huh.
And Steven is also sus. So like he's fine too.
Eric is kind of in the gray area where no one thinks he's a traitor.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't even begin to think he was a traitor. And so that he has that going for him for sure. I also think he's just not like pivotal enough in any moment. Like he's not that crazy at the round table. The one time he spoke up at the round table, he was wrong.
He's always wrong. And also
he was right. Like
something that was so funny was like, I know whose handwriting this is.
Oh my God, I know.
It's Johnny.
It's Johnny. And it was like
bro, you're so wrong again.
Like, whoever wrote, and it was Rob, whoever wrote it, like never went to school. Like he could barely write.
The chicken scratch.
Yes. But did you see what Johnny posted?
No.
Johnny posted like, hi, Eric. Miss you, love you, XO Johnny, being like, at Eric, this is what my handwriting looks like.
Funny.
And it's like beautiful calligraphy.
Of course,
script.
yeah. Like I would never think that Johnny would have like botched
No,
handwriting.
he's got maybe the most beautiful
So
handwriting
I thought
I've
that
ever
was
seen.
so funny. Like Eric is just constantly wrong. So I think that was a good choice to pick for him because he's just like has no idea what he's doing almost.
Johnny Weir handwriting. I need you to see the video. Is so funny.
But but it kind of leaves you off on a
Here.
cliffhanger. Wait, that's so funny. I know that handwriting.
Did it load yet?
Yeah, it's loading. Wow, he does have really good
He has
handwriting.
beautiful penmanship. Like,
This
beautiful.
is for Eric. Wow, the way he does the
I
F
know.
is so beautiful.
He's literally like a calligraphy writer.
Yeah.
Like it's beautiful handwriting. It's
But-
so funny and just hilarious to me.
That leaves us off on a cliffhanger of will Eric accept being the traitor or will he be murdered? I think he accepts, because how can he not accept?
He's gonna accept.
Yeah.
And I think that he is
I think
another one
he's-
who just wants to be involved and have
Yeah.
fun. Like he's gonna have fun with it, and he will never.
I think he's
going
gonna
to
crumble under pressure.
Yes, he'll crumble under pressure. He'll never see it coming what Rob is doing.
Yeah.
Although another person potentially that could, like, you know, if Rob starts like going after him as a traitor, I feel like Eric also wouldn't take that well. Like he might be like, "Hey, dude, what the fuck?" And I wonder if anyone will be able to pick up on that. Like Rob is taking a big risk in
Right.
kind of putting Eric up for slaughter, if that is what he's going to end up doing, which does seem like
Yeah,
that's
it does
what he's
seem
gonna
like
do.
that for sure.
But I think that like he's really banking on the fact that Eric will be like, "Oh man, I'm bad at this game. I lost," instead of being like, "Damn, I was set up by Rob, and
Yeah.
people need to know about
Yeah.
this," or like, "I feel set up by Rob." Like Eric could spin it too and be like, "Rob's trying to make everybody think it's me. I've been faithful from the start."
Yeah.
And he can like. There's a little more truth to that.
I
because
think
he's a
Eric
brand new
can
traitor.
use the Candace banishing to his advantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eric has the potential, or maybe not the potential, but he has the opportunity to make it his game.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's got the chops.
I don't know if he's got the chops
And Rob
either.
is really good.
Yeah. He just seems to be like, he just doesn't really have his finger on the pulse.
Yeah,
a little
doesn't
bit.
seem to.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He's just there for the vibes. you
Yeah,
know?
totally.
He's just, he thinks and I heard the person I heard, or what I heard.
Yeah, we thought
the laugh, the
lady's like-
tone of the
and
laugh.
it was Danielle.
Yeah.
Or whatever her name was. I forget what her
I
name
forget
was.
too. Portia? No.
No, Portia was the first person they kicked off.
Yeah.
And
Who were
I
they
think her name was
accusing?
Danielle. Oh no, Danielle was from last year that I get confused with.
Oh, oh my God.
The
wow,
gamer.
We've already,
She was the
yeah, we've already like
gamer.
forgotten her name.
I know. Fuck. Hold on.
And it was sad when she left.
Yeah. What the freak
Was
was
it
her
Danielle?
name? Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tiff.
Sorry, Tiff.
Um,
But yeah, he was like,
yes.
"Whose laugh is that?"
Yeah, and that was her. It was
Yeah,
Tiffany's
Tiffany.
laugh.
It's
And
like,
it was
no,
like,
you're
what?
so wrong.
Dumbass.
Perfect
So,
pitch,
yeah,
perfect ear.
Exactly. Very excited to see what comes of that. Obviously, new episode. We won't be able to recap until next Tuesday. Hopefully, you guys will all be tuned in on Thursday.
Yep.
Tell Me Lies recap will be on Thursday. That's about it for Traitors, right? I think that's all the
Yeah.
plot points.
Yeah, it was a pretty straightforward episode.
Yeah. Happy that Colton is gone. It was his time. Either he had to be brought in
Yeah,
to
I'm
be a
just glad he
traitor or
doesn't
voted
win,
off.
thank
So,
God.
Yeah, I'm glad
Yeah.
he's not there. We don't have to talk about him anymore. So we'll have Tell Me Lies recap for Thursday. That comes out tonight, Tuesday, for those who, or it's out already for those who are watching. The most triggering show on earth.
Yep.
Watch, stream Opalite.
Yep.
Watch the Opalite video a million times. And we'll do, of course, voicemails and DMs for
Yeah.
Thursday's episode, and maybe we'll also come equipped with some homework.
Ooh, yes.
We saw some notes.
Oh yeah.
About
Good
the
point,
homework.
bringing that up.
Yeah, we saw some notes about the homework that people don't like when we play the question and don't do it right away.
Yeah.
And log it for homework.
Yeah.
So we will try not to, moving forward, play the
makes
voicemails
sense.
of the requests without having our homework
Yeah.
done.
So what I think I'm gonna try to do now is separate the homework DMs and voicemails, and then we'll have a full segment dedicated to the homework, and I'll play those voicemails / DMs
Yes.
before we answer.
It might be kind of hard to go all the way back and find all the voicemails for the ones,
Yes.
the homework we have listed already.
So we'll
but
just have to do
moving
those,
forward,
but moving forward, yes,
moving forward,
100%.
that is
We
what
will be doing that. Yep.
And of course, if you'd like to leave a voicemail, you can do so at
347-450-0723. 347-450-0723.
Leave a little voicemail for us, or you can text that number if you're feeling shy. Also, keep your eyes peeled on the Taylor Watch Instagram account. We do put our rapid fire questions on the story. We
Yep.
record at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, so make sure it's before then.
Yep.
Anything pressing. But until then, we'll see you on Thursday.
Love you guys.